get a chance to see it, what happened was on the previous drive, the West went the full 66 yards on a touchdown pass from Olsen to wide receiver number 8, Jackson Stevens. And now we're ready to roll here, as receiving the kickoff for the East was number 36, Max Reynolds. Good return from Reynolds is going to put the East a little bit ahead in their territory, going to be at about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. We'll see where the officials decide to spot him.
And apologies for those technical difficulties. We had an internet issue, but I think we're back.
We should be. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's a 7-0 lead for the West All-Stars after a 66-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Quentin Olsen to his receiver number 8, Jackson Stevens. And now the East offense looking to take this stride and try to find some momentum here as quarterback number 2, Houston Wittenberg, finds an open man there on the far side of the field, number 25, and Rance Jordan out of Adrian High School. He pulls that in, but there is a flag on the field, our first of the game.
I would think. Well, during the flag here, let's take a look at the starters on offense for the East and the starters on defense for the West.
Our starting lineup on the East offensive side, Jace Silbernagel is going to be the tight end at offensive line. We're going to have Preston Duke, Christopher Entrikin, Deacon Pace, Joel Sissel, and Rylan Bryant. Our wide receivers are Ethan Powell, Mason Strong, and then our 2 running backs are Maximus Reynolds, Rance Jordan at quarterback, Houston Wittenberg. For the West on defense, Luke Bisbee, Eli Pierce, Dom DeFrancisco, and Daniel McNeil make up the front line. At linebackers, it's Max Walker and Carson Reger. Your free safety is Quentin Olsen. And then from there in the secondary, Tanner Starbuck, Carter Condon, Mason Mead, and Evan Warner. Those are your lineups, as the penalty from the West is going to push the East into an automatic first down, so they're set up at their own 47, and after the run there, a gain of about 4, and so the East on or right at midfield, just pushing into West territory here, Dodsey.
And that penalty was a holding, a defensive holding call.
All right, and so for the East, again, playing from behind right now, down 7-0. The West, they came out on offense, spread offense, really moving the ball quickly. And the East kind of going with a little bit more of a traditional slow-down approach, 2 running backs, trying to go with that power game here early on. As, again, once Max Reynolds, Susla High School, gets the ball, he'll push his way forward into West territory. He's going to get to about the 46, and so that sets up a 3rd and manageable. And right now, Dodsey, we're seeing 2 sides of the coin, power football versus that spread run and gun style offense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, knowing head coach Dalton Sheets, I figured that this was going to be a lot of ground stuff for the East.
Ground and pound style of game. As you look on the West for the defense, 4 guys up front, really going to try to make wreak some havoc there. We've got a guy in motion. Wittenberg with the handoff, and the defense reads that quickly as
he's going to be short.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. He pushed his way forward, but is going to fall just short of the first down. And let's see if Sheets leaves the East offense out there. And it looks like he's going to. So
you got to here.
Yeah, all-star games.
You're not in an area where you punt here.
Yes, no. And if I'm not mistaken, in years prior, they haven't actually punted the ball in these games. And so we'll see how this plays out, as the offense for the East is going to stay on the field and try to convert here on a 4th and what is essentially inches for this first down.
Handoff goes to Jordan up the middle, and it looks like he has enough.
Yeah, he's going to push his way forward for a gain of about 2 yards. And so the East gets a fresh set of downs. Wittenberg really just kind of being a game manager at this point. Early on, we've still got just over 8 minutes left to go until the end of this first quarter of the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football game. Again, if you're tuning in with us, the West going to be wearing the green uniforms. The East will be in the red. Wittenberg under center, 3 receivers on the right side. The pass goes over to Reynolds once again. Reynolds on the quick, just that wheel route there you see on the far side of the field, and he's only going to pick up about maybe 2 yards. That's the thing about those longer out route type plays like that, Dodgy, is these guys, it looks like they're picking up a lot of ground, but it's more side to side than you see.
Absolutely.
That north-south.
He ran further east-west than he did up and down.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to set up about 2nd and 8 now for the East offense.
Let's see if old Sheets got something up his sleeve here.
Wittenberg back to pass, looks left, pump fake there, and it's going to be behind Reynolds. And
he had Powell wide open
on that far near side of the field.
On the back post, yep.
Just didn't see him.
Yep.
And you look at that play, that previous play there too, if that's in front of Reynolds, I mean, he may not have the touchdown there, but that is a good chunk of yardage he would have picked up.
Absolutely.
But right now with the West playing very well in that secondary, they're showing a lot of man-to-man coverage in this secondary with their corners, and so a lot of trust in the defense. And so far they've done pretty well as it's a 3rd and long. Wittenberg rolls out to his left, looks downfield, is going to be hit on the throw, and the catch is not going to be pulled in. Intended receiver there, Jace Silbernagel out of Culver High School, is not able to hold on. Wittenberg taking the hit there, and it looked like that was number 28, Carson Rieger out of Tillamook High School. Really good hit there, and so for the East, not able to convert, and it's a 4th and long, and they're going to send the punt unit out onto the field.
Are we actually punting this year? I don't think so.
As we like to say that, and this has always been a fun joke for us year over year, is because they don't actually punt. So for those of you watching at home in this All-Star game, they opt not to punt, and ultimately what happens is the officials will just walk it down to where they set out the yardage. I believe it's a distance of, what, 30? It's always been I've never understood that part of the All-Star game, but
maybe they just decide, hey, we're going to put you on the 15. Let's rock and roll.
We'll see what happens. But an excellent punt by the East team, pinning the West inside their own 20 at the 15. Absolutely. So we're going to have 1st and 10 for this West offense. And it looks like it's going to be Quentin Olson yet again. Olson out of Scappoose High School, taking the reins under quarterback. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. Olson looking down on the right side, has Starbuck open, but it's going to be broken up. And right there, number 8, Diego Rodriguez, very close to potentially getting the interception, but nonetheless, great coverage there from the East in that secondary.
So Diego Rodriguez is the one that we screwed up.
Yeah, we thought he had the touchdown.
He is going to Eastern Oregon University and going to try to play football.
All right.
He's an Ontario grad, played in the GOL.
Great defensive play from him. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the West. 7:01 left here to play in the first quarter. Olson looks left, rolls to his right, and is going to find an open man, and making the catch is number 21. Don't have a name on that. We'll have to double check to make sure.
Interesting.
Brought in, and that is a good catch there. I want to say that was Daniel McNeil, but he's listed as a defensive lineman and wide receiver, so we'll get some clarification, figure out who that was to make the catch. But nonetheless, great catch for the West. It sets up 1st and 10 after the play was ruled down after he hit the ground. So Olson looks left, quick pass. Catch made there by number 23, Max Walker, and a trio of East defenders bringing him down, but not after a gain of about roughly 6 to 7 yards. And so for the West, again, those of you watching at home, they're really going to rely on this passing game, it seems, so far up to this point, Dodsey, and it's been working well for them.
Yeah, they've been all pass so far.
Catch made once again by Walker, and then he's going to be hit by, again, a number of East players. Kenai Huff there to make the initial contact. Coming down with the overall tackle, though, is number 21, Corbin Hoover. Hoover is a guy whose name we've been calling already a good amount on the defensive side for this East team. He has been all over the place in making some plays.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, when we see him the week before up at EOU, I kind of had him on my radar.
Good catch made there by the West in number 8. That is going to be Jackson Stevens once again, the guy who had the touchdown pass earlier, coming down to make the hit for the East. That was number 31, Wyatt Bigelow.
Yeah, he closed the gap quick.
Yeah, great hit by him. Sets up 2nd and manageable now for the West. And what is their first run play of the game? Making the tackle there for the East, number 75 in Logan Garza, along with the help of number 25, Rance Jordan. And the West pushing their way forward. A short gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 here.
They're in like a hurry up too.
Yeah, Jacob Hadley getting the ball that last time. A high pitch just brought in by number 23, Max Walker. And Walker's going to push his way to right at about the 50 before he gets brought down. Nevertheless, it's going to be a 1st down for the West as they keep this drive alive and try to build on what is an early 7-0 lead with just under 5 minutes left here to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and here before this snap, we'd like to give a special thank you to Mike Rudy, CPA, Goyer and Associates, one of the donors for the game, and Mike just does a lot for this game.
And a great catch and run there for the West in number 20. It is number 22, but it's going to be number 21. It's Olsen on the last name.
They got the jerseys mixed up, man.
Yeah,
Something
so
happened.
I believe, I want to say number 21 is Daniel McNeil, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't believe it is. And so we've got number 21 with Olsen. He made the catch. And another catch brought in there on the near sideline. And that is Stevens once again. He's knocked out of bounds by number 31 in Wyatt Bigelow. So Bigelow now starting to pick up some plays here and make some good open field tackles.
See, 14 jersey says Nowlin.
So we'll try
for
to
the West.
we'll
for the West. His jersey says Nowlin.
Yeah, we'll have to get some clarification on this when we get a chance. But right now, a little bit of mix and match with the jerseys here. More of a where's Waldo?
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
Absolutely. Nonetheless, for this West squad, they're moving the ball forward, 2nd and about 6 here. Pass to the near sideline. That's going to be brought in by number 3, Tanner Starbuck. He's going to fall, just kind of kneels the play dead there. And it's going to be just outside of a 1st down, so it sets up 3rd and roughly 2 yards to go for this West offense. The East right now trying to keep pace defensively as the West is really going in what is a NASCAR-style tempo. Quick play as the handoff there goes to number 31 in Clay Rhodes out of Springfield. And Rhodes is going to push his way forward for the 1st down.
Little pile up on the, we're getting the number situation worked out. We get this roster from the game managers and the player manager, and for some reason the numbers don't match, but we'll get it figured out. Nowlin is 14 and he's the quarterback. We know that for sure right now, and once we get it all figured out, we'll have the names right for sure.
Pitch made over to the far side, and running back for the West, this number 26, Jacob Hadley out of Willamania High School. He's going to push his way forward for a short game.
Willamina.
Willamina High School. Sorry, I see my name in it, and I say it so quickly. But nonetheless, for Hadley, he's going to push his way forward, sets up 3rd and manageable now, as Nowlin at quarterback drops back to pass. Immediate throw to the right. And enough for the potential 1st down. Let's see where the officials mark our wide receiver.
Home on the catch there for the West.
Rhodes there making the initial tackle.
He's just short of the 1st down. It looks like the West is going to go for it here.
Gabe Williamson making that tackle with the help of Wyatt Bigelow earlier to keep it at a 4th and close, and we're going to have an encroachment offsides call as the East just getting a little too antsy on defense causes that, and we're going to get an automatic fresh set of downs for this West offense.
What is that, a minute 50 left here in the 1st quarter?
Just under 2 to play until the end of the 1st.
The lead 7-0, and they're knocking on the door.
I can see the West trying to score here before the end of this quarter. Nowlin with the pass is going to almost finds an open receiver in Starbuck and just not able to complete that, and so brings up second Second and goal now as we're inside the 10-yard line. Ball's placed at about the 6 is what it looks like. Possibly the 5, but nonetheless, minute 44 to go until the end of this first quarter. Nowlin drops back to pass, looks right, trips a little bit, is able to maintain his footing, makes the pass, and it's going to be intercepted by the East. And for the East, pulling that in, it's number 6, Easton Kemper. The Burns High School product is able to get the interception, and so for the West, as you see on the replay here, Nowlin slips a little bit, and that may have been the difference maker there, and his intended receiver looked like that was number 23, Max Walker, who went down. And so for the East, they're able to avoid going down by 2 scores as we get toward the end of this first quarter. Great defensive play.
There's a flag, though. Let's see what happens here.
It's in the backfield. Are we looking at a potential late hit here?
That would be unfortunate.
Our officials still trying to figure this one out.
Roughing the passer, yep, late hit.
And that is something.
Automatic first down, so scratch that interception.
That is gotta sting for the East, especially for Kemper, who made a great play on the ball there. Now for this East defense, you had all that momentum, and it's just taken out from underneath you, and you got to find that energy, not only again to try to get the stop, but you got to do it for a fresh set of downs and a shorter distance between the end zone. That is never easy.
It's a dagger to the heart. Timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back right after this.
People sometimes ask, what is there to see? Well, just look around. I promise you, you'll see.
Back here at Baker Bulldog Stadium, it is a 7-0 lead for the West in the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. Minute 35. Yep, first and goal, minute 35 to go here. Fresh set of downs for the West after that roughing the passer call on the East, wiping out the interception as Nowlin looks left and then throws a ball high fadeaway into the far end zone, and it is going to be brought in for the touchdown. That is number 3, Tanner Starbuck, the state and high school product, pulling that in, and for the West, after getting a fresh set of downs, they make the East pay for it. They are now up 13-0 here in this All-Star football game. Dodsey, the East is going to have to start picking it up if they're going to try to stay in this game, or we might have a blowout similar to what we saw in that first year.
Yeah. I mean, it's not looking good for my pick right now.
Yeah.
14-0.
Yeah, and right now the kick is good, so it's going to be 14-0, and so we'll go to a quick commercial break and be right back shortly after this. Welcome back here to EO Live TV and the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. Those of you just tuning in, the West squad rocking the green uniforms, currently with a 14-0 lead over the East All-Stars in the red. So we've got just under 90 seconds to go in this first quarter. And the kickoff from number 13, Ezra James, is going to be fielded by number 36 and Max Reynolds. He's going to push his way forward just to about the 26, maybe the 27.
Yeah.
And that'll set up shop for this East offense, who's got a lot of work to do here early on, Dodsey. They are already down 2 scores early on in this game.
That was a nice little return there by Reynolds.
Yeah, he's had 2 really good back-to-back kickoff returns for this East squad. Now they just got to build that momentum and see if your pick to win this game can actually stay in this fight.
They might have to switch it up a little bit and start throwing the ball.
Yeah, let's see what head coach Dalton Sheets out of LeGrand High School does here.
New quarterback.
Now for the East at quarterback, this is going to be number 4, Colson Primus out of Pendleton High School. Primus with a deep ball down the left sideline. Oh! And it is dropped by number 11, Mason Strong. It was a little behind him, but nonetheless a catchable ball. That's one Strong probably wishes he could have back.
Those guys are teammates during the regular season.
Yeah,
so,
you can see the communication in that.
Ball's just a little bit underthrown.
Yeah.
But definitely catchable.
Yeah.
Strong's another one that will be going to EOU next year to play football.
And for Strong, I mean, if he catches that, there's a good chance if he's not brought down, he is very close to potentially getting that touchdown. But we bring it back to reality. It is 2nd and 10. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. Primus with another deep ball looking for Strong once again, and it's going to be broken up. Great coverage there.
The whole sideline's looking for a flag there. Let's take a look at that again.
Step for step, and
he was a shade early maybe, but
a little bit of contact, but that's a good no call in my opinion. Again, making that pass breakup, that's number 11. That was Evan Warner out of Myrtle Point High School. He had to step off the field. Hopefully he's okay, but good coverage nonetheless. That's one of those ones, it's early on in the game. You let the players just kind of feel it out. Try not to dictate the tempo from an officiating standpoint. I like the no call there.
Yeah. Big 3rd down here for the East.
1:07 left here to play. Primus, quick throw to Strong, and he's going to break 1 tackle almost, but pulling him down, that's number 7, Mason Mead. He's the one that's going to make the tackle there for the West. It's going to set up about 4th and 3, maybe 4th and 2, so short yardage situation here. More than likely, if you're Dalton Sheets, you're probably keeping the offense out there because you got to try to build some momentum while also slowing down that West offense and giving your defense a break.
Yeah, 3 plays for Primus, 3 throws to Strong. And so I'm looking at something different here. Timeout on the field. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
There's a new furniture store in town called House to Home Furnishings by Carpet One. If you haven't been in yet to check it out, you really need to swing by and prepare to be amazed. With Eastern Oregon's largest collection of furniture and mattresses, you'll be impressed with the many options to choose from. Get your best sleep with a Beauty Rest mattress from Simmons, or kick your feet up and get lazy in a Lazy Boy recliner. Sofas, sectionals, dining sets, bedroom sets, and much, much more. Come check it out. House to Home Furnishings next to Harbor Freight in La Grande.
Back here on EOA Live TV, it's going to be 4th and about 2 yards to go for the East, who's down 14-0 with 32 seconds left here to go in this opening quarter. Primus rolls out to his right, looking, and is going to find an open man on the far sideline making the catch. That's number 13, Ethan Powell out of Redmond High School. He'll step out of bounds. Good move by Primus there, just rolling out, being a little bit more patient.
Yep.
We saw him try to make a couple of deep ball plays, but just, finding the open guy there, Powell bringing in the catch, a great first down.
Yep, absolutely. we would like to give a special thanks to Knife River Corporation Northwest, another one of our game sponsors.
Gonna have a stoppage in play here. Trying to see, it looks like one player is gonna have to step off really quick for the West. That's number 63, Luke Bigsby.
Pierce will come in to replace him.
Bigsby out of Banks High School being replaced by Elijah Pierce, the Colton High School product. So more than likely just a quick little, patch up or something. They try to keep, these players in a good spot. And so we resume play. The handoff there is going to go to the running back, and he is going to be swamped up. And that looks like that was number 6, Daniel McNeil, making the run there, and so picks up a short amount of yardage, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here for this East offense.
Yeah, the West defense came to play.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that.
Showing some great plays here. And those of you watching at home, as we get into the second quarter after this quick commercial break, we'll clarify numbers, but we'll be right back after this short break here on EOA Live TV.
How does a good man become even better? By changing his body or his style? By traveling the world or staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. We don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Back here at Baker Bulldog Stadium, start of the second quarter of the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Game. The East currently trailing 14-0 as the pass is made there from Primus to number 11 in Strong, the Pendleton High School products, hooking up there for that first down catch for the East. At this time, we want to give a shout out again to our game sponsor in the Oregon Freemasons and all their support that they've done each year to make this game possible for the Shriners Football Association. Again, once again, thank you to the Oregon Freemasons.
That's right, sorry. First down here for the East, Primus under center.
Primus rolling to his right. Catch made there by number 3 in Jace Silbernagel, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, and that's going to be a gain of about 6 yards, and that'll set up second and manageable.
Nice little first down play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take 6 on first down every time.
Once again, we want to give a shout out to our title sponsor as well, too, in Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee. They have worked tirelessly to have this game played in Baker City for the last 50-plus years. So a big shout out to Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee for being the title sponsor. As the handoff there can be pushed forward, it's going to be just short of a first down. That's Reynolds getting the ball again. He's met by a slew of West defenders.
Tanner Lawson for the West was the first one there. He made the initial hit and stopped that play, stopped him dead in his tracks.
Absolutely, and it was enough to keep him from getting the first. So it's going to set up, again, another third and very manageable situation for this East offense. Just 1 yard to go here.
Are we going to see the Pendleton connection here?
Who knows?
There's nobody over the top out there. Strong, there's nobody over the top.
Handoff is going to go
to Rance Jordan.
Jordan nowhere to go, initially met by number 63 in Luke Bigsby, and then getting some help from his teammates. Great stop there, sets up 4th and really a loss of a yard there. So we go from 3rd and 1 to now 4th and 2. And of course, for Dalton Sheets in this offense, it looks like they're going to stay out there and try to go for that 4th down conversion yet again.
Here we go, another 4th down, 4th and 2. strong lineup on the near side here. And man, that safety for the West seems like he's playing awfully shallow.
Yeah, 3 receivers on the far side. Quick pass, but it's going to be broken up there.
Great play.
Yeah, intended receiver was Max Reynolds, and that was broken up by number 5, Carter Condon. Great defensive stop there. And right now we want to take a moment to thank another sponsor in Umpqua Bank. Thank you again for your sponsorship of the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game, as we have a turnover on downs. And so for the West, they get the ball back. Ball's on about their own 35, 36-yard line. And the East, still a goose egg right now. They have yet to find the end zone in this game.
Yet to find the end zone. I think that interception in the end zone that was taken away on the late hit on the quarterback is kind of killed the momentum for the East right now.
Yeah, and they've got to find a way to get it back, because the West is looking good, as we have a flag on the play looking like it might be in the area of a false start.
Definitely a false start.
White hat letting folks know there. Almost gave it to the defense, like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
And so for the West, it's going to go from 1st and 10 at their own 35 to now 1st and 15. And that quarterback right now is now number 13, Ezra James, out of Taft High School for the West. He takes over leading
Shout
this
out
offense.
to my boy, Jake Tolan. He's the head coach at Taft High School. He's got 2 players in this game. He's a LeGrand High School graduate, graduated in '98, played baseball, football, basketball. I played baseball and football with him.
That is awesome. Making the catch and getting his way to the first down there was number 1 in Trenton Battle. He was tripped up, but is able to make up some ground, sets up 2nd and 11 now for the West offense. 9:50 and counting till the end of this first half. There's a strong hit made there by this East defense. It looked like that was number 22 in Ethan Lampier who got that hit, but pushing his way forward for a gain of about 6 yards was the running back in number 15, Jay Shorb, out of Powers High School. Sets up what should be 3rd and about 7.
9:23 left to go here in the second quarter.
James pumps fake to the right. Quick little screen down to his running back once again in Shorb. Shorb able to evade a tackle, but is tripped up. He's not going to have enough for that first down. It sets up about 4th and 3. And so for the West, staying
they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it here.
I mean, you have the 14-0 lead. The momentum's pretty much on your side. Let's see if you can keep it rolling. And it's going to be a held ball kept by James there. He's got 1 block and is able to dive his way out of bounds. And it looks like he's going to have more than enough for that first down, Godsey.
Yeah, definitely a first down. That was a nice block on the outside, if we can see that again.
Great play by, and James really just very instinctively there at the last second, pulling the ball from Shorb and making the play himself. Good reading of the defense as he saw those guys from the defensive line coming down on him. James with the handoff, this time going to number 32 in Clay Smith. It's going to be brought down by a trio of West defenders. There are a handful of flags on the play.
It looks like it was a hold on the offense.
At this time, we want to give another shout out to our sponsors, this time to Baker City Chevrolet GMC. If you ever are looking for a new Chevy, new GMC, you can find them online at bakercitychevygmc.com. Look them up today if you're looking for the chance to trade in a vehicle or find something new. They can help you. Officials still working this one out.
You can tell it's summertime.
Yeah.
It's not football season.
Shake a little bit of the cobwebs and the dust
yeah,
off.
just like we have to. Once again, sorry about the number mix-up. The numbers came to us wrong. The Nowlin and Olsen, we think we got that all figured out now, though.
Yeah, looking at it, and so This is going to go against the West, and so they're going to go from a 1st and 10 at their own 49 to what is going to be now about a 1st and
20.
Yeah, 1st and 20 now at their own 39. So they get set up for that. We'll kind of
It was holding right up the middle on the center.
Yeah, there's
no doubt.
quick recognition by the officials to make that call, just trying to get a little bit of clarification on each other's end. But nonetheless, now the West with a little bit more field to have to work with. James, a quick throw, but it's picked off right there by number 22 in Ethan Lampier out of Crook County High School. And the East is back in this game. Great defensive play there for the East All-Stars, Dodzy. And let's see if they can build on this.
Let's go now. I mean, there's their opportunity.
Absolutely, and they're already in West All-Star territory, so a chance to try to really build something here as they're down 14-0, 8-11 left here to go in the first half of this 2025 installment of the East-West Shrine All-Star football game. New quarterback for the East now, too. Looking like that is Diego Rodriguez.
The Ontario High School graduate.
He drops back to pass immediately, is looking downfield.
He's got a good
deep
arm.
ball. That one's to Max Strong, and it's going to be dropped.
Mason Strong.
Mason Strong, excuse me. He had a chance there, but good defensive effort by the West. Once again, that was 11, Evan Warner out of Myrtle Point High School. He stays with Strong on this point per point, and I mean, Strong still had a chance there to bring that in, and I mean, that's the type of plays you want to see, though, if you're the East, if you're a fan of the East, because, again, they're down 2 scores. They got to find some type of some energy here.
Absolutely. So this is the third quarterback, and I think the East has just 3 quarterbacks. So we've seen all 3 quarterbacks in the first 20 minutes.
Rodriguez rolling to his right on the near side, looks down and is just going to quick dump pass. And that one looks like it was intended for number 13 in Powell, but he's not going to pull it in enough time. So the West is showing a lot of pressure there, flushing Rodriguez out of the pocket right away. And that now sets up, you go from a really good interception, and in a blink of an eye, it's 3rd and 10 for this East offense.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a little story about the barbecue the other day. We get to the barbecue, and I'm walking around taking pictures, you know, and it's crazy. Like, I try to relate it to when I was a kid, but every one of these guys is playing, like, some game fighting each other, like, on their phone.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The day and age of technology and how people interact has definitely changed things as Rodriguez pitches it back to Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to have nowhere to go, making the initial contact for the West. That was Max Walker. He gets some help from the secondary, but it's going to be, a flag on the play.
And a helmet on the field as well. But, I mean, it's not a flag for your helmet to come off. So maybe the flag is somebody pulled his helmet off.
Yeah, interesting to see what the call is here, because it was that quick pitch and sweep to the near side on the right.
Flag came out on the far side away from the play. It's going to be a face mask on the defense. So it's good. It'll be an automatic first down for the East.
And that is, you know, it's a fresh set of downs regardless, no matter how you get it. And so for the East, after getting that interception and stalling a little bit there, they're able to get some new blood back into this drive. Fresh set of downs. Let's see what they do here.
Yep. They got everybody out right now. No back. 5 wide receivers.
Rodriguez motioning Reynolds. He looks, and it's going to be a design QB run. Rodriguez makes a guy miss, goes to the right, but the ball's going to
fumbled. It's on the ground.
And a fumble recovery by number 7, Mason Mead. He pulls that in. We'll look at the replay, see who caused that, but design QB run. And so Mead picking that up and getting the tackle. Let's look here at the replay. That was number 21 for the West, Quentin Olson, making that fumble tackle there, and Mead scooping it up. And it seems like every time the East is in a position to do something with their offense, just fate trips it right back into the West hands, and this time it's in the ways of a fumble, and so the West offense back onto the field.
Ezra James still back out at quarterback.
Ball on their own 25. It's going to be a design handoff, nowhere to go. As the
You got to
East
meet
defense.
Kenai Huff right there.
Yeah. Kenai Huff it's hard to miss him when he's on the field making plays like he did there. So the West falling back into the huddle. While they're doing that, we're going to kind of quickly update folks watching at home for the West. Mason Mead is now wearing number 7. He was initially wearing 6, but wearing 6 is Daniel McNeil.
Yeah.
He was 22. Quentin Olson wears 21. As the ball is going to be handed off there to number 31 in Clay Rhodes. He's going to push his way forward for a short gain, maybe no gain at all. And then Quentin Olson, number 21 now. And then Max Nowlin is wearing number 14. We'll kind of update you along as we move along in this game with that. But just a couple of number changes for the West that we didn't get a chance to grab before kickoff.
Yep, we're good. We got them good now, though.
Great tackle, again, by number 33 for the East.
3rd and 10 here for
Gabe
the West.
Williamson. Yeah, brings up 3rd and long for the West. So hopefully the East can get a good stop here and really kill any momentum the West had from that fumble recovery, as we have a deep ball down the field, and it's going to be picked off by number 13, Ethan Powell. And Powell with some room gets to the 30, now down to 25. Be tackled by number 65. That was Robert Champlin III making that open field tackle, but not before Powell gets the ball back to the East and deep in West All-Star territory.
And then the momentum shifts again.
Yeah, I mean, to flip a quarter, see who's gonna make a play at any point for either team. I mean, the West capitalizing early, up 14-0, but the East they've made some good plays up to this point.
The East needs to put this in right here and make this a game.
They really need to get something on the board before halftime. Just 6:07 left here to play until we hit that halftime break.
So it looks like Wittenberg back in at quarterback for the East.
Quick throw there to number 3 in Silvernagle. And that is going to be a short gain, if any. They'll pick up about 2 yards. So right now, a lot of these screens and these outs, I mean, great passes that are being brought in, but not a lot of yardage being picked up.
No, I mean, that's the nature of the beast. 5:37 left here in the first half.
Power formation. Play action pass.
He's got Strong.
He's got Strong open on that far side, and he's going to be brought down. It's not going to be enough for the touchdown, but a great catch by Strong sets up 1st and goal at the 1 for the East. They've got to score.
21-yard gain there for Strong on a very nice bootleg there. I mean, the whole West front line was caught off guard there. The misdirection was great.
Yeah, that takes some work. I mean, shout out to Reynolds really selling that, and Wittenberg a great tuck to keep the ball hidden and making that pass to Strong as it's 1st and goal at the 1.
Hold on to the ball here, boys. Yes, sir.
And it's going to be an easy touchdown for number 25 in Ranch Jordan out of Adrian High School. And so the 1-yard run gets the East on the board. It is 14-6. Extra point coming here. 5:20 left to play. Thankfully, the East is not going to be shut out.
Yeah, I just want to see a good game. I mean, yeah, definitely.
And we still have a shot at that. It's only a 1-score game.
They're going to go for 2 here.
Interesting. You might get the 8
but I
ball.
picked 8 on the other way.
And it looks like it's going to be good. They're going to wait till the last second to really bring that one in. And so it's Jordan once again for the East, punching in for the 2-point conversion. So 5:20 left here to play. 14-8 lead for the West over the East. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back after this.
Welcome to Creating Memories for Disabled Children at beautiful Wallowa Lake, Oregon. Over the years, we have offered families of children with disabilities a free vacation at our beautiful camp properties. At Creating Memories, these families are able to relax in the knowledge that their child is loved and that their efforts are seen. We are creating memories for disabled children, and our mission is to do just that.
I think oftentimes with mental health, people can feel like they are alone and they're the only ones struggling, and I would want them to know that they're not alone.
It takes one text or one phone call to save someone from a mental health crisis.
Talking about mental health means that you are brave, you are strong, and you're not alone.
So if you're ever feeling alone or afraid, know that there are people of the younger generation that would love to help you. The AgriStress helpline is free, confidential, 24/7, and available by phone or text.
Back here in Baker City, Oregon for the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. The West leading 14-8. The East coming back after that Powell interception and then the strong catch to get it down to the 1, and then Ranch Jordan punching in for the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Dodsey, there for a second, it looked like the West might have controlled the entirety of this game in terms of the tempo, but the East made some good plays on defense. They're on the board. I feel like we're going to be in for an exciting, remainder of football, and it could go either way, being a defensive or offensive fight.
Yeah. I mean, obviously my prediction isn't going to be right as of now because it was flip-flop to end the game. I predicted East 14, West 8 final score. But I'm all about seeing a good football game.
Absolutely.
And I think it's in store.
Yeah, oh yes. Both teams have made some great plays on defense. You've seen a lot of exciting plays on the offensive side and some near misses from both squads. So, for us, like we say, this really brings us into what is the fall season, and it's always exciting to see that happening.
Yeah, I kind of call this my kickoff to football season.
Yeah, oh yeah. Every time we've talked about that, it's always been a blast. And, they got the stadium lights going here now at Baker Bulldog Stadium.
Beautiful evening.
Oh,
beautiful evening.
Absolutely.
Not too hot. The sun is going down. It's starting to cool off. We had some thunderstorms earlier. It rained a little bit, and it just made it absolutely gorgeous night here in Baker City.
Absolutely. And again, for everybody tuning in at home, we thank you for joining us. If you haven't seen the game up to this point, the West wearing the green uniforms, the East in the red is indicated on our scoreboard. 5:20 left here to go as Wittenberg kicks it off. A low line drive kick, and that's going to be fielded by Clay Rhodes. He's going to push his way past the 25 and get up to about maybe the 27 before being brought down by a handful of tacklers. Reynolds there first. We do have a penalty marker. Yep,
Rhodes is the one, or Rhodes was the one that you said looked like a security guard at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, they were going through introductory lineups and they said his name, and I was like, man, like Rhodes looks like he should be a security guard at a prison. That boy is stacked. Officials giving us the indication here on the flag. So we're going to have a dead ball personal foul on the East. So Reynolds, the ball getting spotted, what was initially at the 28. He's going to get his way or help the team push their way forward for deeper into their own territory, getting closer to the west side or the east side of the field. So the ball's going to now be spotted at the 40-yard line for this West offense.
Ezra James back out at quarterback for his third series for the West.
The West staying in that shotgun formation spread offense, just really looking to rely on the passes. James, a quick slant to the right, and his receiver not able to bring that in. That was number 8 in Jackson Stevens, wide open. Stevens, I think, just looked ahead to the player in front of him before pulling in the catch.
So I asked Taft quarterback Ezra James what he has to eat before football games, and he has to have McDonald's and popcorn.
Interesting.
It's an odd combination.
Yeah,
it wouldn't sit real well.
No, especially if you take a hit. Oh my gosh, like last thing I need is getting sacked and then seeing a Big Mac fly out of my system because I was enjoying that before the game. But to be young and have a digestive system that hasn't turned on you.
McDonald's and popcorn before a game.
James, 3 receivers to the right, pitches it back to his running back. Makes a cut, number 26 in, Hadley does. Helmet
Seems like we're losing a lot of helmets, and we have a flag on the play. And it was in the backfield, so, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and assume it was a hold on the offense.
Yeah, we'll see here. Hadley able to break a couple good tackles there initially, but brought down, and the West not even arguing. They're making their way further back, so
Yeah.
you are right.
Ezra James was a first-team quarterback and offensive player of the year in his conference, honorable mention All-State. And I asked him what's his favorite position to play, and he said quarterback because I get to throw the ball far.
Oh, yeah, he's made some good throws up to this point. After the penalty flag, the West now going to go back to their own 30, so it's going to be 2nd and 20 here. 5 minutes exactly left to go until halftime. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. Quick screen play to Hadley is going to be brought down quickly.
That's Kemper again in on the play for the East.
Yeah, initially
Kemper's all over the place.
Yeah,
man.
and initially tripping him up was number 22, Ethan Lampier, is able to slow him just enough to allow his teammates to come in and make that play. And so those quick screen plays, they do work if you have the guys in position ready to make that play and that block.
Yeah, you got to make that block right
Yeah,
there.
but it brings up 3rd and 19. Clock continues to run here.
Another big play for the West. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left in the half.
2 safeties deep for the East, three down linemen here. And we're going to have a flag coming out of the far back end of the field. Looks like it's going to be a delay of game.
It definitely was.
Right now for the East, getting a little bit of momentum. If they can pin them far enough back, this punt may give the East some good field position on offense.
Shout out to EOU trainer Chris Dew. He's running across the field back behind the camera right now. He's obviously volunteered to help out with this game. He's the head trainer at Eastern Oregon University.
Yeah, great trainer for their athletics department is James. Looks left, rolls out to his right, and it's going to be picked off. Another interception for the East, this time by number 31, Wyatt Bigelow. And the East, great field position after another turnover. Good plays by this secondary so far from the East in this game.
I should have asked Wyatt Bigelow if his nickname was Bam Bam. If my last name was Bigelow, my nickname would be Bam Bam.
Oh, man.
Not Deuce Bigelow, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Man, and right now for Wyatt, we'll give him the nickname, Wyatt Bam Bam Bigelow.
There we go.
With a great interception there, reading the play the entire way, as you see there on the replay. And so for the East, fresh set of downs, deep in West All-Star territory. 4:01 left to play till the half. If they can play their cards right, they could go into the break with the lead.
Yeah, Primus is out at quarterback here for the East.
Empty backfield.
Hit
He's
as
going to
he
be
throws.
hit on the throw. And that looks like that was number 6 in Daniel McNeil for the West, getting the hit on the play.
McNeil's been all over the place for the West too, like
Yeah.
Hoover. I mean, like both of them have been just phenomenal so far.
Yeah, and for McNeil, I mean, he is an athletic defensive lineman, one of the smaller guys on this front line for this West front, but man, he is making some plays so far. As the East goes back into a power formation, handoff to Reynolds. He's going to push his way forward and just kind of bulldoze his way for a gain of about 5. So after the hit throw there, the East is going to set up good offense. A manageable 3rd down at 3rd and 5 here.
I asked Daniel McNeil what's one hobby or interest that he's really passionate about, and he said, I'm very passionate about video games.
Yes, that is a great one. I was the same way at his age, man. Video games were the best.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 here. Play action pass from Primus. Looks to his left. Nowhere to go. Has to get rid of the ball. And it's not going to be completed. Intended receiver there was Ranch Jordan on the near sideline, but bring up 4th and 5 now for the East.
Another 4th down here for the. I mean, you have to go for it here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't punt. Well, you would. There'd be not much of an advantage.
Yeah. Emphasis on the air quotes when we say punt.
Yeah. You don't flaw punt.
Yeah, there you go.
Flaw punt.
And so empty backfield for Primus here. 3 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far end. He drops back to pass, looks left immediately. High play there for Mason Strong and just well out of reach for him. And so turnover on down for the East. Not what you want to see.
Good route by Strong. He was open. The ball is just overthrown a little bit.
Yeah, if he had about 6 more inches on him, he might have had that.
Yeah, if he was 6'9".
If he was 6'9", he'd be a lot more recognizable out here on this field.
3 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second half. Special thank you to the Masonic Grand Lodge of Oregon for their support of this year's game. The Masonic Grand Lodge of Oregon.
Thank you for what you do and sponsoring this game. Is now for the West. Nowlin back out at quarterback, and he's going to hold on to it here. Throws it away last second. He's out of the pocket. Nobody around him, so it doesn't look like it will be an intentional grounding. Bring up 2nd and 10 regardless.
Nowlin, the quarterback from Scappoose, a big name quarterback came out of Scappoose. Derek Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
NFL player Derek Anderson. Oregon State quarterback. He did not play in the Shrine game, though, his senior year.
Ah, bummer. Nowlin drops back to pass, looks left immediately, has a wide open receiver in number 9, Jordan Westerholm. And Westerholm's going to get well past midfield before being brought down by number 23 in Nick Wenberg out of Heppner High School. And so
into East territory for the West here.
Absolutely good play from the West. And they're going hurry up here now as the handoff is going to go to number 31, Clay Rhodes. And Rhodes going to push his way forward for a medial gain of about maybe 4 yards. They'll set up 2nd and 6. And the West just trying to make something happen here. We are going to have a timeout on the field, an injury timeout for a player on the East, so we'll take a quick commercial break on our end and be right back.
There is no mystery. We are fathers, sons, and community leaders dedicated to giving men the tools to succeed. You know us. We are just like you. And just like you, we believe in brotherhood, family, and philanthropy. Discover us. Visit beashrinernow.com for more information.
EO Alive is your connection to Eastern Oregon. Tune in for a variety of engaging and relevant local content. See Brent and Dodsey goof and gab with local guests on EO Live's morning talk show, AM Live. Watch Dodsey on EO Live Sports to get the latest sports information and interviews with local coaches, athletes, and more. On EO Talks, we have intriguing and in-depth conversations with people from around Eastern Oregon. Stay in the know about what's happening at the Sheriff's Office. On Keeping It Clear with Cody Bowen, Master Chef Russ Gleason shares delicacies from his Golden Recipe book on cooking across the hall. We're available across the board, including Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Fire, and of course, our very own website, EOA.tv. We even have our own Roku channel with 24/7 live streaming content. You can also listen to our shows on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and many other popular podcast apps. EO Alive, your connection to Eastern Oregon.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries, we're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Back here at Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium, as you see the cloud coverage rolling in toward the stadium.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
2:40 left here to go in this first half. It's a 14-8 lead for this West All-Star team over the East. As we had an injury timeout on the field for the East, player being helped off as we're going to resume play here shortly. Set the scene. It's a 2nd and 6 situation for the West. They're currently in East territory. Ball spotted at the East 44-yard line.
The quarterback on the field, Nowlin, for the West. He's a 3-time first-team All-League, 3-time All-State, and the 2024 Cal Wapa League Offensive Player of the Year.
So this kid can play. That's what I'm hearing. This kid can play.
Yeah.
Nowlin dropping back, rolls to his left, is going to be met for the sack, and that's going to be number 75 in Logan Garza, bringing him down for the loss. Great play by Garza, just closing that gap on a quick Nowlin.
Yeah, as you saw Garza, close in, he just opened up. He was trying to knock that ball loose. Great play there.
Yeah. He was either going to knock it loose. He got the bear hug sack regardless. So good play by the East defense. Sets up 3rd and about 12 now. As Nowlin quick pass to the near sideline. And stepping out of bounds after making the catch, that's number 9, Jordan Westerholm. Pushes his way forward for a short gain. So it's going to set up about where the offense was, maybe a little bit short of that. It's going to be about 4th and 6, maybe 4th and 5 again. The West opting to go for it here and try to keep this drive alive. Allen's going to be brought down for the sack once again, this time making the play. Number 21, Corbin Hoover.
I told you.
Making plays for this East defense, and that is a great turnover on down for the East. Good momentum builder for there after that injury timeout. The East taking over on offense, ball exactly at midfield.
Oh, it is. It's right on the 50. 2 minutes exactly left, too. There's no 2-minute warning.
Great. That's a great feeling. Ball's on the 50, 2-minute warning. The lights are on. You got a great
6-point
background.
game.
Yes. Dodzy, do you smell that? That's football season.
That is.
He's coming back onto the field. Rodriguez now at quarterback once again. He rolls to his left, and a quick breakdown on the offensive line. He's got a deep ball down the middle of the field, looking for Strong, but just a little too far out of his reach. Good play there by the East, but just not able to connect. Clock stops at 1:53. Again, ball staying at midfield.
Diego Rodriguez was the GOL first-team all-conference quarterback.
Yeah, there's a lot of
tough
playmakers.
The GOL was fairly tough last year. He was honorable mention All-State, and he likes playing quarterback because he likes being in charge.
Oh, yeah. Literally, you quarterback the offense.
Yep.
Rodriguez, quick throw to the right. That's going to be brought in for the catch by Strong. Not able to break the tackle from Mason Mead, though. But it is potentially in the realm of a first down. No, it's going to be just short of about 2 yards, so it sets up 3rd and 8. Ball now in.
It was a good ball there by Rodriguez.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Ball's going to be at the West 42-yard line. Rodriguez working with an empty backfield here. Design run here for Rodriguez. He's got daylight and is just going to slide forward. He'll get the first down. That's going to set up shop at the 36-yard line. And so minute 25 left here to go until the end of this first half. Clock now continues to run, and for the East, I mean, ideally you'd love to see a score here. That makes things interesting before halftime, but let's see how well they can maintain this.
We're going to have a timeout on the field, and we'll be back with you right after this.
Back here in Baker City, Oregon for the 72nd annual East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game, and what is a game that's been held in Baker City for over 50 years. I mean, that is truly awesome, and that's going to give us the chance here to once again thank our title sponsor in the Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee. They are the group that has worked tirelessly year over year to make sure that this game stays in Baker City.
Yes,
so
sir.
Big shout out to our title sponsor in Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee. Rodriguez rolls out, immediately looks left, deep ball down the field, and it's going to be brought in by Strong for the first down and a first and goal situation for this East offense. Great throw by Rodriguez.
There was a little extracurricular activity too. I mean, it looks like, yeah. Oh no, I mean, okay. Once we see the replay, that was clean.
Yeah. Warner's been really good at corner. It just he's won the last couple of
battles. He played that really
battles.
well, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, as a coach, you can't get mad at that.
Play action pass here. Rodriguez rolling to his right. Quick little dump off pass. It's going to be brought in by number 3. That was Jace Silvernackle, who just falls short of a touchdown.
Diego, you know, we asked him what a personal goal of his for the future, and he says that he just wants to graduate college.
Yeah, hey,
it's
one
a great
step
goal.
at a time. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
18 years old.
Hand off here to Reynolds. He's going to try to push his way forward, and he looks like he's going to have enough for the first down, and they're going to say it is good. So a touchdown for Max Reynolds out of Susla High School, and it is now a 14-all tie with the East looking for a chance to take the lead.
I have not seen a touchdown signal yet. Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah, our white hat leaned right toward the press box.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah,
so
that is a touchdown for the East. Well, there you go, Dodzy.
Tie game.
Your win.
East has a chance to take the lead right here.
Yeah. 31 seconds left here to go until the halftime break.
At the break, the cheerleaders are going to come out onto the field, and we'll take you down there for their performance. They work tirelessly all year. Their coordinator, Megan Day, she does a great job with these girls, and they're just as important to this game as the players, and they do their fundraising. They do all the stuff with the queens. They come around and collect change during the game, and it's just awesome. East to the line up here to go for 2.
Rodriguez with the ball, rolls to his right, looks back to his left, tries to go to Strong, but it's going to be picked off. And they're just going to rule the ball dead. So it's going to be an interception for Warner. So he gets, back on that strong pass that he gave up. But it is a 14-all tie with 31 seconds left here to go until halftime. We're going to take
tied up.
Yes, it is. We're going to take another quick commercial break and be right back after this. Back here in Baker City, it is a 14-all tie between the East and West All-Stars in the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star football game. Dodzy, it's been a really fun game up to this point.
Absolutely. On Thursday, I was talking with Bo Sanders. He's a lineman on the West, and I asked him what his go-to game, pregame meal was, and he said a caramel cashew barbell bar and energy gel.
That is so unique in its own right.
Caramel cashew barbell bar.
Wittenberg kicking it off, and that one's going to be handled once again by Rhodes. Fields it at about the 4-yard line. He's going to push his way up the field and get to what looks like the 29-yard line. And for the West, number 31, Clay Rhodes, has had a handful of really good returns.
Yeah.
He's just a barrel runner. I mean, this guy just goes north-south, no questions asked.
No doubt. And the West has got about 24 seconds to make something happen. It looks like they're going to bring Nowlin back out at quarterback.
See what he does here with this short amount of time and a good amount of field to try to cover. And those of you, again, watching at home, be sure to stick around as we are going to have the halftime festivities with the cheerleaders for both the East and the
the
West.
steer. Let's
and
not
the
forget
steer,
about
yes,
the steer.
absolutely. So we'll be having those halftime festivities broadcasted, so be sure to stick around as Rhodes takes the handoff, pushes his way forward before being met by the tackler in number 6 was Easton Kemper there, and a help from his defensive teammates.
The steer is 1,400 pounds. His name is Mingo, and he was raised by Ali Hansel right here in Baker City.
And so they're going to let the clock run down. That takes us to our halftime break. Again, don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this short commercial break with all of our halftime festivities here on Eagle Alive TV.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions, home to possibility, and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Welcome to Creating Memories for Disabled Children at beautiful Wallowa Lake, Oregon. Over the years, we have offered families of children with disabilities a free vacation at our beautiful camp properties. These getaways.
Back here at the East-West Shrine All-Star football game, we're going to turn it down to the field for our halftime festivities with the All-Star cheerleaders doing their performance. Enjoy, folks.
From Malala, Jordan Adams. From Rainier, Madeline Anderson. From Astoria, Mavry Bergenson. From Cottage Grove, Madison Harris. From South Umpqua, Savannah Hopper. From Philomath, Callie Cannon. From Amity, Adriana Kiva. From Philomath, Kaylee Collar. From Malala, Melissa Reason. Another lady from Philomath, Zoe Ringwald. From Jefferson, Brielle Reeves. And from Amity, Vidalia Oldfield. And the West coach from Philomath, Kathy Kohler. Now let's meet our East All-Stars. First up, from Ontario, Sabrina Belcher. From Staten, Penelope Coria. From Gladstone, Keena Cummings. From Crook County, Michaela Gerard. From Sweet Home, Peyton Lindsay. A Lady Buck from Pendleton, Haley Loyland. From Staten, Trinity Medkey. From Oakland, Addison Meyer. Another cowgirl from Cook County, Aubrey Olson. Another young lady from Oakland, Christina Siegel. And from right here in Baker, she just graduated from Baker High School, Eowyn Smith. A two-time state champion as well, Eowyn Smith. Up next, another Lady Buck from Pendleton, Sammy Stills. A Tiger from LeGrand, Kendall DeYoung. And from Staten, Alondra Vasquez Martinez. The East coach, Amber Rosa from Sweet Home. All right, ladies, let's see what you got. Absolutely outstanding. Let's give these all-star ladies another round of applause. They came up here helping raising money, just like these players. Thank you, ladies. Great job.
Creating memories, these families are able to relax in the knowledge that their child is loved and that their efforts are seen. Since 2018, we have completed a cabin renovation every 2 years, continually increasing our capacity to serve. We have fully renovated 3 cabins to become fully accessible lodging for families, including full kitchens and wheelchair-accessible bathrooms. We are creating memories for disabled children, and our mission is to do just that.
Welcome back. We are going to join the festivities on the field. They're going to auction off Mingo, the 1,400-pound steer raised by Allie Hansel of Baker City. And usually this, generates about 20 grand, because what you'll see what happens is they'll buy it and then sell it back. We're going to go down to the people on the field as soon as they start talking. I haven't heard them start talking yet, though. So, yeah, Mingo, she sent me some pictures of him earlier today, and I put it on our social media. He's this steer literally is so set on his schedule that if she didn't feed him at a certain time the same, as the day before, he would poop in his water.
That is dedication.
Yeah.
That is dedication to being
She
fed.
said it's the first animal that she's ever had like that. And Mingo, the steer, is also deathly afraid of birds. Does not like birds at all.
It could crush him so easily. And this is my favorite part of the game, as we make it now down to the on-field for the festivities.
It is my honor to present you the 52nd steer for auction. Donated by Baker County Women, Cattle Women, and Baker County Livestock Association. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's going to go. Steer is for sale. Raise your hands. We have spotters on both sides. Get their attention. Steer weighs 1,400 pounds. All right, how about them here now? 10,000, now $10,000, now did it now 10,000, now did it now 10,000, 5,000, now $5,000, now did it now 5, now $5,000, now did it now 5, now 3,000, now 3,000, now 3,500, now 4,000, now $4,000, now did it now 4,000, 4,000, 42.50, now 42.50, now did it now 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, now 45, now $4,500. Now did it now 4,500 here. Now did it now 47.50. Now 47.50. Now did it now 47 and a half dollar. Now did it now 47 and a half. Now 5,000. Now $5,000. Now did it now $5,000. Now did it now 5,000. 5,000. Now 52.50. Now 52.50. Now did it now 52.50. Going once. Now 52.50. Now did it now 52 and a half dollar. Now did it now 52 and a half. Going twice. Now 52.50. Sold $5,000.
Grand Lodge of Oregon with Most Worshipful Master Mark Strong.
They're turning them back, ladies and gentlemen. We're selling them again. All right, how about them here now? 5,000. Now $5,000. Now did it now $5,000. Now did it now 3,000 and go. Now $3,000. Now did it now 3. Now 32.50. Now 32.50. Now did it now 35. Now $3,500. Now did it now 35. Now 37 and a half. Now 37 and a half dollar. Now did it now 37 and a half. Now 4,000. Now $4,000. Now did it now 4. Now $4,000. Now did it now 4,000. Now 42.50. Now 42.50. Now did it now 42.50. Now 45. Now $4,500. Now did it now 47 and a half. Now 47 and a half. Now 5,000. Now $5,000. Now did it now 5,000. 52.50. Now 5,250. Now 5,500. Now $5,500. Now did it now 55. Now 57 and a half. Now 57 and a half dollar. Now did it now 57 and a half. Now 6,000. Now $6,000. Now did it now 6,000. Now 62.50. Now 62.50. Now did it now 62.50. Now did it now 62.50. Going once. Now 62.50. Now did it now 62.50. Going twice. Now 62.50. Sold them right here. 6,000.
It's from Randy and Mary Jane Guyer and Ellen Youngbluth in memory of Nobles Randall and Don Guyer, past members of the Baker County Shrine Club. And Randy, we miss you. This is the first game in 40 years that he hasn't been here. We hope you recover fast. And they're donating it back.
Let's sell them again. Now 5,000. Now $5,000. Now did it now 5. Now $5,000. Now did it now 5,000. 2,500. Now 25. Now 27.50. Now 27 and a half dollar. Now did it now 27.50. Now 3,000. Now $3,000. Now did it now $3,000. Now did it now 3,000. Now 32 and a half. Now 32 and a half dollar. Now did it now 3,250. Now 32.50. Now did it now 32 and a half. Now 35. Now $3,500. Now did it now 3,500. 35. Now 37 and a half. Now 37 and a half dollar. Now did it now 37 and a half. Now 37.50. Now did it now 37 and a half. Sold them 3,500.
It's from Blue Mountain Lodge number 34 in Baker City and North Bend Lodge number 140 and Blackburn Realty. And they're going to donate it back.
Getting my workout. All right, let's sell them again. $5,000 now, $5,000 now, did it now, $5,000 now, did it now, $5,000, $2,500 and go. 25 now, 27.5, 27.5 now, $3,000 now, $3,000 now, did it now, $3,000 now, did it now, $3 now, 32.5 now, $32.5 now, did it now, $32.50 now, did it now, $32.50 now, $35 now, $3,500 now, did it now, $3,500 now, $37.5 now, $37.5 now, did it now, $37.50. $37.50. Sold them your way, $3,500.
All right. It's from the Baker County Shrine Club, Lynn County Shrine Club, Snake River Shrine Club, Central Oregon Shrine Club, and Polk County Shrine Club. And they're donating it back.
Let's do it again. Now $5,000. $5,000. How did it now? $5. Now $5,000. How did it now? $5. Now did it now? $2,500. Now $27.5. Now $27.5. How did it now? $27.50. Now did it now? $27.50. Now $3,000. Now $3,000. How did it now? $3,000. Now $32.50. Now $3,250. Now did it now? $32.5. $32.5. Now $35. Now $3,500. How did it now? $3,500. Now $37.5. Now $37.5. How did it now? $37.5. $37.5. Going once. Now $3,750. Now did it now? $37.5. Sold them your way, $3,500.
It goes to Mike and Katie Rudy and the immediate past chairman of the Oregon East-West Shrine Game Committee, Zach Steele. And Zach's going to take it home.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a presentation to the Shriners every year. The Haines Rodeo Association, that's July 3rd, 4th. This year was July 3rd, was their Shriners Night. They take a portion of the proceeds and donate it to the Shriners. East-West Shriner All-Star Football Game. Princess Bella Woodcock is making the presentation today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a few things to auction off for you tonight.
Balls first. We're going to do the Lynn County, you want to say it? Lynn County Shrine Club, Shrine Race Trek Association are donating a first place trophy from their 12th annual Shriners Race at Willamette Speedway in Lebanon.
All right, Lynn County Shrine Club, Shrine Racetrack Association, first place trophy from the 12th annual Shriners Race at Willamette Speedway in Lebanon. We're selling you a trophy. All right, how about them here now? $500. Now $500. How did it now? $500. How did it now? $500. How did it now? $100 and go. Let's go. Now $100. How did it now? $100. How did it now? $100. How did it now? $100. Now $100. How did it now? $100. This is open to you guys. Open your wallets, open your hearts. It goes to a good cause. Now $100. How did it now? $100. How did it now? $100. How did it now? $50 bill. 50, let's go. 50 right here. Now 100. Now $100. How did it now? $100. How did it now? Now did it now? $100. 100 now. 150. Now 150. 150. Now 200. Now $200. How did it now? $200. How did it now? 200. Now $200. How did it now? Now $200. How did it now? 200. 200. Now 250. Now 250. Now did it now? $2.50. How did it now? 250. Now 250. Now 250. Now 300. Now $300 hound did it now $300 hound did it now $300 hound did it now 300. Now $300 hound did it now 300 going once. Now $300 hound did it now $300 hound did it now 300 going twice. Now 300. Sold it to him $250. Thank you, sir, very much. I've got 4 game balls to auction off for you tonight. We'll also have a signed helmet to auction off at the very end as well, ladies and gentlemen. This one here is signed by both teams. Let's go. $500 hound did it now $500 hound did it now $500 hound did it now $250 and go. Now $250 now did it now $2.50 hound did it now $250. Now $250 now did it now $2.50 $100 and go. Now $100 now did it now $100 hound did it now $100 on the money here. Now $150. Now $150 now did it now $150. Now $200. Now $200 now did it now $200 now did it now $200 now did it now $200 now $200 now $250 $250 now did it now $2.50 now $300 now $300 how did it now $300 how did it now $300. I'm out over here. Now $300 how did it now $300 how did it now $300 now $300 how did it now $300 now $50 now $350 now did it now $3.50 now did it now $350 going once. Now $350 now did it now $3.50 going twice. Now $350 now did it now $350. Sold it over here, $300. All right, let's sell another one that's signed by both teams. Same deal. I expect to see your hand go up in the air. $100, start me off. $100 here now. $150. Now $150 now. Did it now. $150 now. $200 now. Did it now. $200 now. Did it now. $200 now. $200 now. $50. Now $250 now. Did it now. $2.50. Now $250 now. Did it now. $2.50 now. Did it now. $250 now. Did it $250 now. $300. Now $300 now. Did it now. $300 now. $50. Now $350 now. Did it now. $3.50 now. Did it now. $350. Now $350. Now $400. Now $400 now did it now $400 now did it now $400 going once. Now $400 now did it now $400 now did it now $400 going twice. Now $400 now did it now $400. Sold it to him $350. The west side is letting me down, but that's okay. We got 2 more game balls, and we'll sell you a west side game ball signed by the west side teammates and coaches. Are you interested at 100? Thank you, sir. 100, now 150. Now 150 now, did it now $1.50 now, did it now $150 now, did it now 150. Now 150, now 200. Now 200 here, now 2.50. Now 250 now, did it now $2.50 now, did it now 250. Now 300. Now 300 here, now 3.50. Now 350, now 400. Now $400 now, did it now $400 now, did it now 400. Now $400 now, did it now 400. Now 450. Now 450 now, did it now $4.50 now, did it now 450. Yes, sir. Now 500. Now $500 now, did it now $500 now, did it now 500. Now $500 now, did it now $500 now 500. Now 550. Now $5.50 now, did it now $550. Now $550 now, did it now 5.5. Going once. Now 550, 550, now 600. Now $600 now, did it now $600 now, did it now $600. $600, now 50. Now $650 now, did it now $6.50 now, did it now $650. Now $650 now, did it now $6.50 now, did it now $650. Now $650. $650 now, did it now $650. Sold it to him up high, $600.
People sometimes ask, what is there to see? Well, just look around. I promise you, you'll see.
There's a new furniture store in town called House to Home Furnishings by Carpet One. If you haven't been in yet to check it out, you really need to swing by and prepare to be amazed. With Eastern Oregon's largest collection of furniture and mattresses, you'll be impressed with the many options to choose from. Get your best sleep with a Beauty Rest mattress from Simmons, or kick your feet up and get lazy in a Lazy Boy recliner. Sofas, sectionals, dining sets, bedroom sets, and much, much more. Come check it out. House to Home Furnishings next to Harbor Freight in La Grande.
How does a good man become even better? By changing his body or his style? By traveling the world or staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. We don't just make men better. We make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Welcome to Creating Memories for Disabled Children at beautiful Wallowa Lake, Oregon. Over the years, we have offered families of children with disabilities a free vacation at our beautiful camp properties. At Creating Memories, these families are able to relax in the knowledge that their child is loved and that their efforts are seen. We are Creating Memories for Disabled Children, and our mission is to do just that.
I think oftentimes with mental health, people can feel like they are alone and they're the only ones struggling. And I would want them to know that they're not alone.
It takes one text or one phone call to save someone from a mental health crisis.
Talking about mental health means that you are brave, you are strong, and you're not alone.
So if you're ever feeling alone or afraid, know that there are people of the younger generation that would love to help you. The AgriStress helpline is free, confidential, 24/7, and available by phone or text.
There is no mystery. We are fathers, sons, and community leaders dedicated to giving men the tools to succeed. You know us. We are just like you. And just like you, we believe in brotherhood, family, and philanthropy. Discover us. Visit beashrinernow.com for more information.
EO Alive is your connection to Eastern Oregon. Tune in for a variety of engaging and relevant local content. See Brent and Dodsey goof and gab with local guests on EO Live's morning talk show, AM Live. Watch Dodsey on EO Live Sports to get the latest sports information and interviews with local coaches, athletes, and more. On EO Talks, we have intriguing and in-depth conversations with people from around Eastern Oregon. Stay in the know about what's happening at the Sheriff's Office. On Keeping It Clear with Cody Bowen, Master Chef Russ Gleason shares delicacies from his Golden Recipe book on cooking across the hall. We're available across the board, including Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Fire, and of course, our very own website, EOA.tv. We even have our own Roku channel with 24/7 live streaming content. You can also listen to our shows on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and many other popular podcast apps. EO Alive, your connection to Eastern Oregon.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries, we're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Welcome back here to Baker City, Oregon at Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium as it is the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. It's a 14-all tie as we're just under 3 minutes to go until the start of the second half. Once again, we want to take this time to thank our title sponsor. They have done so much in making this game possible. Thank you for your help every year to the Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee. They have kept the All-Star Game for the Shriners here in Baker City for over 50 years, Dodsey. I mean, that is impressive. Yeah. Thank you so much again to the Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee for being this year's title sponsor.
So there at the auction, what you didn't see was the helmet autographed by all the players ended up selling for $3,500, right?
Yeah, $3,500 smackaroos.
And the auctioneer is also Union County Commissioner. He's one of the new. So we have 3 commissioners in Union County. I also grew up with him. Jake Seaver. He graduated in '97 with me, and he has a ranch in Union County and is one heck of an auctioneer.
Oh yeah, he did a great job there at the half. You know, not only helping auction off the steer, but all the great items. Again,
footballs.
Yeah, signed footballs, a really nice design trophy / like placard that was had the Shriners logo on it, and then of course the prize item in that helmet, which was always awesome to see. As you see on your screen, the West All-Stars warming up along with the East All-Stars as well too. If you're tuning in just now and you didn't get a chance to catch the halftime full amount of festivities, this game will be available on demand. We opened up the halftime performances with the East and West All-Star cheerleaders. They did a great job. And again, so if you weren't able to catch that, you can do it on demand.
And at this time, I'm going to take a second to thank our crew at EO Alive. Brent and Tanya Clapp are the owners, and they're basically doing production. They're the producers of the game here today. And then Gabe Yanez is the graphics director and overall game coordinator. Evan Humphrey is the tech director. Blake Schwabauer is the stream monitor, web stream monitoring, sync issues. Andrew Claudson's on cam 1. Jeff Heatherman on cam 2. Eric Knapp on cam 3. Benny Welch is the camera that you see down on the field, the roving camera. Lee Wright is our setup, our rigger guy. And then our interns at EO Live right now, Caden May, Aiden Wiley, and Lauren Wiley. Willie Mack sitting here to my right is the play-by-play guy, and I'm Doddsy. I'm Kyle Dodds.
Yeah, and it's been a great crew that has just put together the work here for EO Live TV. You know, always a shout out to Brent and Tanya, the leaders of this pack, and just everything
Happy anniversary
that they do.
to them, too. It's their anniversary tomorrow.
Yeah, happy early anniversary, and
I'll
also
never forget it.
Oh yeah, and happy early birthday to Doddsy as well too. His birthday is tomorrow. So, but yeah, everybody at EO Live, thank you for all the work that you've done. And Doddsy, you know, obviously it's always a blast being here
we
on
have
the air
fun
with you
every year.
Yeah, 5th year covering this game through EO Live TV. It's the 72nd annual rendition of this All-Star game. It's been in Baker County for over 50 plus years. I mean, there's a lot of history that comes with this game, and what's great is it all goes towards a great cause in helping raise funds for the Shriners Hospital for Children in Portland. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, to everybody watching at home, to the All-Stars, to your parents, extended family, anybody who's been involved or watched or has donated Shriners, from all of us here, thank you. And let's get ready for the second half of this All-Star game. Kick made there by number 13, Ezra James for the West, and that's going to go into the end zone for the touchback. It's a 14-14 tie. Doddsy,
Here
the West,
we go.
Yeah, the West had a great start in that first half, got out 14-0, and the East just clawed their way back into this game. I mean, I think we're set up for an exciting second half, whether it's an offensive or defensive fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the first half, Kenai Huff from LeGrand was the one that went down, and I see him over on the sidelines with crutches. So we'll keep him in our thoughts, and hopefully he'll be all right. He won't be coming back into this game.
Yeah, always tough to see during an all-star game, but yeah, we wish him well, and hopefully everything works out in his favor. As the East, who did not win the coin toss in that first half, the West elected to take the ball. They now are on defense, and so the East is on the field, and it looks like that is Colson Primus at quarterback here as they go back into that power formation. Handoff there to Reynolds. He's going to push his way forward for a gain of about 4. Making the tackle for the West, that's Luke Bigsby out of Banks High School. Great tackle from him there down below in the trenches.
Yeah, Primus's hobby outside of football, golf.
Oh,
he loves
interesting.
golf. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. He also played baseball in high school, and he was second-team all-conference quarterback in the GOL and an honorable mention All-State.
Heck of a player, and right now he's got a chance to try to see if build some momentum for this East team and maybe give them their first lead of the night. Handoff once again to Reynolds. He pushes his way forward. He gets tripped up, and he's going to get enough for the first down there. And so for the East, and led by head coach Dalton Sheets along with his assistants and Dave Thomason, Jake Cochran, and Brian Schilbernagel, they are really just going ground and pound right now, really just focusing on power football here early in this second half.
Yeah, the other Pendleton kid on the line there, Deacon Pace, he's the biggest lineman, 77. I asked him what he ate before games, and he said Red Bull.
Some liquid fuel there. And
yeah, Red Bull.
Catch made by number 3 and Jay Silbernacle, and he is going to be not really taken down. He's just going to be held up. It's only going to be a gain of about a yard, so the little out route throw there from this East offense doesn't get them much of anything, and actually they're going to mark him back as a loss, and so it's going to be 2nd and 11 instead for this East offense.
Wow. East has got to set the tone right here, right off the bat, in my eyes.
Right.
It was kind of a back and forth, wishy-washy first half. You know, they're coming off and not playing football for 6 months, so
yeah, absolutely
trying to get it, even more than 6 months, actually.
Yeah. And the intended receiver there, number 13, and Ethan Powell, just a little too strong off the gun from Primus as he rolled out to his left, and Powell not really able to bring that one in, so it's going to bring up 3rd and long now for the East offense. 10-14 left here to go in this third quarter.
Eli Pierce, number 72, out there on the West on the defense right now. I asked him if he could give one piece of advice to a younger player just starting high school football. He said, stick with it and don't give up.
That is some solid advice for young athletes for sure. High snap there. Primus is able to control, but is going to have to run forward on it. What kind of turned into an undesignated run is going to give a short gain for Primus, and McNeil down there on the play for just a second, but he's going to shake it off, and that'll bring up 4th and roughly 9 or 8 for this East offense, and they're going to send the FA punt unit out onto the field.
Yeah, McNeil's been a thorn in the East side.
Yeah, he is a menace there on that front line. Very athletic defensive lineman for this West defense.
Yeah, he's not a real big kid, but he's fast. He's tall, and he's fast. He plays the end, and he's been a menace for sure.
And it's hard to tell when you're looking at it on the screen, but he's got some longer arms. I mean, and like you said, yeah, fast off the snap count. As the punt sails to about the 37-yard line, so the West is going to set up offense in their own shop. Good little field territory to work with here. Again, it's a 14-all tie. The West blowing a 14-0 lead there early in that first half. Let's see how they respond here in their first series in this second half.
Nowlin will start the second half for the West at quarterback.
Rhodes with the handoff, bounces to the outside. Doesn't have anywhere to go with the initial wrap-up there. Gabe Williamson out of Oakland High School making the stop before getting some help from teammates. 9:34 and counting until the end of this third quarter, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, and really no gain. Great stop there from Williamson on the outside. Nowlin, quick throw is going to be intended for number 23 in Max Walker. Goes through his hands, almost picked off there by the East once again.
Yeah, that was Bigelow again.
Yeah, Bigelow, Bam Bam Bigelow right there.
Bam Bam.
Almost had it, but nonetheless.
If he catches that, he's taking that to the house.
Oh, yeah,
too,
he's untouched.
Yeah.
To the house, no questions asked. Bring it back here, though. It's going to be 3rd and 10. So neither team really finding any rhythm so far here in their first drives. Nowlin with the throw to the far right side. That's going to be brought in. Great catch there by Starbuck, but it's going to be short for the first down. Looking like it's going to bring up 4th and 1. That's more than plenty to keep this West offense on the field.
4th and 1. 4th and 1 here.
Both teams have really showed no signs of giving the ball away if they're within they're within 3 yards. They're like, you know what?
I'm not foul punting. No, not in this game.
We're all stars. We go for it.
It was wild there at halftime, the little lightning show that we got off in the hills.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thunderstorm season in Eastern Oregon.
Keeping the ball there for the West was number 15, Jace Shorb out of Powers High School. And so Shorb's going to power his way through for a first down, but as they clear the dust, or clear the field and the dust settles, there's a flag on the play.
Let's see what they say, Willie Mack.
While our officials are taking the time to figure that out, we're going to give another shout out to a game day sponsor. This one to Ellen Youngblood. Thank you for your sponsorship of the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. Those contributions are well received, and that flag on the field is going against the defense. And so not only does the Shorb get the run for the first down, but then you tack on all that extra yardage. And so for the West, not only do they get the first, they get a lot of momentum, better field position, and it's going to be 1st and 10 deeper in East territory.
Yeah. It's actually cooled off real nice here tonight. Hand off and go to Reynolds there. He's going to get about 5 on the first down. I was talking with the Baker kid, Christopher Entrikin, and he eats peach rings before games.
Oh, that's so much sugar.
Hey.
To be young. To be young.
It's gas.
Rhodes pushing his way forward really for what is no gain, maybe a loss of about a half a yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd down, balls at the 30-yard line. About 6 to go here for this West squad to get a fresh set of downs.
Let's see if what old McNabb's got up his sleeve here.
Nowlin stepping back, quick throw, and he's got a wide open receiver and making that
That's blown coverage.
Jackson Stevens with his second touchdown of the night on the deep post route there. Yeah, like you said, blown coverage by this East squad, and the West is right back in the driver's seat.
Yeah. Just, he thought the safety was over the top, and he wasn't home. And
yeah.
That happens. In these kind of all-star games like this, that happens. They've only been together for a week, you know, so it's like you do see that.
And for the East, they've been rolling with that single high safety for the majority of this game. You haven't seen a lot of the two deep, as the extra point there by Mason Mead is good. So it's going to be a 21-14 lead for the West. 7:44 left here to go in the third. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back after this. Welcome back here to Baker City, Oregon. It is a 21-14 lead for the West All-Stars over the East in the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Game. And right you are, Dodsy. It is getting a lot cooler. That one's going to go back into the end zone yet again for the touchback. And so East will set up shop, currently down by 1 score here in this contest. As both teams make their way back onto the field, we want to give another shout out to our game sponsor in the Oregon Freemasons. Thank you for your support each year yet again for making this game possible. Thank you so much for that to the Oregon Freemasons as we get ready to roll here with the East in what is their second drive of this half.
Yeah, Wittenberg will come out at quarterback for the East here.
Reynolds taking the handoff once again. He's going to power his way down for a gain of about 5, maybe 6.
I think they've established Reynolds as the workhorse.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat before the games.
He must be the type of guy that says you got to earn what you eat.
Yeah.
So right now,
he does not eat. He's a first-team All-League running back and linebacker, and he was also MVP of the league that he played in this year.
That is impressive for Reynolds. Siuslaw High School product for this East All-Star team, and yeah, he's looked every bit of the part. He has been dominant there in the run game. Play action pass from Wittenberg, rolls to his left, looks for Strong and just kind of threw a duck there.
Yeah, it was underthrown.
Yeah,
no doubt. Strong was open.
Yeah, he had no one around
Strong
him.
hasn't had any trouble getting open.
No, not at all.
They've just had some trouble getting him the ball.
Yeah, when he's not covered, when he's not covered well, he's created a lot of separation. I mean, there's been some missed opportunities to get him the ball. Let's see if they try to work that a little bit more into this second half.
3rd and 4 here for the East.
Another power formation setup. Peer handoff to Reynolds, cuts over to his left, slips past a few tackles, and is going to get down right close to the 30.
That might be a first down, Willie Mack. I'm thinking it is.
You are not wrong. The white hat signaling, and Reynolds once again. I mean, if he doesn't eat before a game, he's certainly eating right now.
Like, when do you eat? If you don't, like, does he have a rule? You think?
Yeah.
I don't eat 3 hours before the game. Like, do you not eat all day? The game is at 7.
I would not. There's no way I can.
There's no way.
I played
had to
corner.
have eaten something today.
Quick handoff here. That one's going off to what was the fullback there. Look, that was number 24. Zeus Ariano from the East. Let's double check that. And yeah, it was Ariano getting that handoff. He's going to push his way forward. Nice little just quick slip handoff there. He pushes his way for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards. Sets up 2nd and 6 here for this East offense.
It was kind of fun watching them trade the stickers on Monday night. before we shot the player intro videos. They you know, not everybody has enough to trade with everybody, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like a auction type.
Yeah, you're figuring out what you're going to get, as Reynolds has plenty of daylight, loses the ball, but is able to make the recovery. He's got enough for the first down, but we do have a penalty marker there in the backfield.
Yeah, it came in a place usually where a holding flag would come.
Quick discussion on this
We will
one.
see, though. Yeah, I was talking about it cooling off. It's breezy and
Yeah.
nice and cool. It has been way hotter than this for
In
this game
years
in
prior,
the past.
yes. Absolutely.
I told myself, bring a sweatshirt, and I have one, but it's in the hotel room.
Is holding on the offense. You're not wrong there, Dodzy. You've been pretty good. I think you're batting right around close to 1,000 when it
Yeah.
comes to predicting these penalties, my guy.
I mean, it's not hard when you see the flag
Yeah.
come out in the backfield. I mean, what else could it be?
One can only assume, based off of what you see, is more than likely accurate.
Yeah. 2nd and 12 here for the East. 5:56 left in the third quarter.
Reynolds' run being wiped away by that penalty. He had a good
That's
run there, too.
unfortunate. Yeah, that was a really good run.
Wittenberg rolling out quickly to his left, finds an open receiver and immediately out of bounds after the catch is Diego Rodriguez. So stops the clock at 5:39, brings up more than enough for the first down. About an 11-yard catch, maybe, 11-yard catch for him there. So that sets up 1st and 10 for this East offense on their own 41.
What you didn't see is off camera on that play, right tackle, I think, but the South Umpqua kid, Garza, huge pancake block on that play.
Oh.
I mean, it was just, it was a good block.
Quick screen route throw to Reynolds. He's going to barrel his way forward, gets knocked out of bounds by number 11 in Evan Warner, but not before picking up a chunk of yardage there. Sets up 2nd and about 5 here for the East.
Yeah, head coach Dalton Sheets has already, I mean, he's established that Reynolds is his dude.
Yeah, he is finding ways to get him the ball.
He's getting him the ball in the slot. He's getting him the ball, in the backfield. It's just that,
Which means keep an eye on Strong. You get all that attention to one player,
Yep.
something could happen as Reynolds gets the handoff, cuts to his left, and is immediately brought down. Great open field tackle there from number 21, Quentin Olson, bringing him down after a gain of maybe a yard there. So good cut block for the tackle there by the West defense.
Yeah, essentially that's what it was. I mean, it looked like a cut block. Something that you'd get a flag for if you did it on the line. But out in the open,
Free game.
Free game.
Absolutely. 3rd and 4 here, 4:42 and counting until the end of this third quarter.
You notice how the West has deepened up their safety quite a bit since the first play of the game.
Oh, yeah. Pushing his way forward, that's number 25 and Rance Jordan out of Adrian High School. He's got enough for the first down. We do have an injury timeout on the field. Player down for the West, so we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back. Back here in Baker City, Oregon at Baker Bulldog Stadium after the quick injury timeout. Getting off on his own accord there was number 6, Daniel McNeil. Glad to see he's okay. We set the scene. It's 1st and 10 for the East. They're in West territory. Ball's on the West 46-yard line. 4:32 left here to go in this third quarter. Dodzy, it's been cooling off like you said, and for the folks watching at home, you can't see, but off in the distance, past the stadium into the mountains, there is a really, really cool lightning show. So it's adding a nice little background setting to what's been an exciting football game.
Absolutely. Here comes Adosa Reynolds.
Reynolds going to push his way forward for a gain of about 4 here. And so far, Reynolds, I mean, he's been having a really good game up to this point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's had a lot of touches.
Yeah. Give us some background about our guy Max Reynolds here when you get the chance.
Well, he's the one that don't eat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean,
I don't see how he has all this energy with no gas in the tank. Like,
who knows, man? Who knows?
He's running on pure adrenaline.
And oh man, that is a heck of a thing to run on too. Ooh, Wittenberg just able to avoid the sack, turns in something out of nothing, but is met by a pair of hits, bringing him down there. Number 63, Luke Bigsby. Looked like he had some help there from number 15 and Jay Shore, but Wittenberg turning a potential big sack play into a.
That looked like it might have been a targeting on Bigsby though. If we let's watch the replay. I mean, it was awfully high.
Close. That arm coming up, I think, saves him enough.
Because it was helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. Watch.
Real close here.
You'll see it right there.
Yeah. They're letting him play though.
Let's roll.
1st and 10 nonetheless for the East. Ball's handed off there to number 33. Taking the ball this time, that's Gabe Williamson out of Oakland High School. Flag down on the play. And we might have another player down. It looks like someone here for the East. So injury timeout on.
There's a new furniture store in town called House to Home Furnishings by Carpet One. If you haven't been in yet to check it out, you really need to swing by and prepare to be amazed. With Eastern Oregon's largest collection of furniture and mattresses, you'll be impressed with the many options to choose from. Get your best sleep with a Beauty Rest mattress from Simmons, or kick your feet up and get lazy in a Lazy Boy recliner. Sofas, sectionals, dining sets, bedroom sets, and much, much more. Come check it out. House to Home Furnishings next to Harbor Freight in La Grande.
How does a good man become even better? By changing his body or his style? By traveling the world or staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. We don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Back here at Baker Bulldog Stadium in Baker City, Oregon, it is the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. Coming off a timeout on the field. It's a 21-14 contest. The West leading right now, but the East slowly just making their way downfield, looking to chance to potentially tie this game or take the lead. We did have a flag on the play previously before the injury timeout, but let's see if we get any clarification from our officials. So the flag,
they didn't signal anything.
Yeah, we must have missed it during the injury timeout. It's something on the defense. And so that's going to push the ball down to the West, about the 15-yard line. So for the East, they're in good field position.
Knocking on the door, Willie Mack.
Yes, sir.
Where's Reynolds?
Yeah, for real.
I don't see him. He's not out there right now.
No, Williamson in at your primary back and Ariano at the fullback position. Williamson going to push his way forward. Not going to get much. Maybe push his way for a gain of about 4 or 5. And so that's the interesting part about this, is that the ball was on the 15. And so they don't have to get a touchdown right away. They can get a fresh set of downs. and set themselves up. So really good positioning here for the East.
Gabe Williamson was the 2A defensive and offensive player of the year. First team All-State both ways.
Shows you how great of an athlete he was. The
he
Oakland
eats Skittles before the game.
Oh, very Marshawn Lynch-esque there. Yeah, the Oakland High School product.
Yeah.
Power formation once again. This one
he's
going
got
back to Williamson, and he's going to go in untouched for the touchdown. And the two-way player of the year for the East out of Oakland High School, Gabe Williamson. He puts it at a 21-20 game with the 10-yard touchdown run there.
Very nice.
Untouched, too.
Do they go for two or do they kick? I mean, does the East have a kicker? We haven't seen them try to kick yet.
Yeah. The way they're huddling
I think they're
up,
going
too.
for two.
Yeah,
they're going for two. They're going to go for the lead. I don't think they have a kicker, which is common in these kind of games because you're not picking a kicker all-star.
Oh,
ever.
yeah. Bring in the punter.
Yeah.
And so the East lining up. Williamson back in at running back.
Give it right back to him.
Yeah, Ariano's been great at blocking, too, for number 24.
He really has.
Yeah. He's going to push his way, and he's going to get tripped up.
He's short, Willie Mack.
He's not going to get
not
that.
Gonna get it.
So, nail biter. We got a nail biter. 21-20 here. 2:40 left here to play in the third quarter. We'll take another quick commercial break and be right back here at Baker City, Oregon.
Welcome to Creating Memories for Disabled Children at beautiful Wallowa Lake, Oregon. Over the years, we have offered families of children with disabilities a free vacation at our beautiful camp properties. At Creating Memories, these families are able to relax in the knowledge that their child is loved and that their efforts are seen. We are Creating Memories for Disabled Children, and our mission is to do just that.
Back here in Baker City, Oregon, it's a 21-20 game in the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Game. Going to take this moment to thank another sponsor in Randy and Mary Jane Goyer. Thank you for your sponsorship for the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Game.
Yeah, as Shriner Mike Rudy was saying at halftime, this game right here is the first time in 40 years that Randy isn't here.
Wow.
So, Randy, get better. We're all cheering for you, buddy. Yeah,
thank you again to them, too, for their continued sponsorship of the Shrine All-Star football game. We've got just over 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here to go in the third quarter. It's a 21-20 lead for the West. The East scoring on a 10-yard touchdown run from the other running back workhorse in Gabe Williamson. They go for two. They don't get it. And so now the West clinging to that 1-point advantage. And we still got a whole nother quarter left to play.
I hope that doesn't come back to bite the East in the end.
It might.
It very well could.
Wittenberg kicking it, and that's going to be fielded at about the 13. That one by number 1 in Trenton Battle. Battle able to slip past one tackle, but not before being brought down there. Making the tackle for the East. Shocker, number 33, Gabe Williamson. He is
everywhere.
Yeah, him and Max Reynolds are just starting to make some names for themselves here in this second half.
So we're going to see Nowlin come out at quarterback. He eats, what do you think he eats? A quarterback, what do you think he eats before the game?
Oh, man.
Every game, no matter what.
Nowlin?
Annie's macaroni and cheese.
It's carbs. I'll take it. It's a form of carbo.
Yeah, I mean, I would eat some sort of pasta.
Yeah. Handoff there to the running back, number 26, Jacob Hadley, met by just a quartet of defenders from the East. Doesn't even look like he gained much there as the line just kind of collapsed inward on him. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Oh, they gave him a couple, didn't they?
Maybe it's
okay.
Doesn't look
we'll
like
say it. We'll give him a half a yard.
Yeah, we'll give him a half a yard. Nowlin with the play action pass gets it out to number 23 and Max Walker. Walker going sideline to sideline and is able to get a couple yards, but not before he's tripped up there by number 36, Max Reynolds. And Reynolds, who we didn't see on offense, got a little bit of a break, comes right out and is already making some plays on defense.
Yes, sir. The offensive lineman, Robert Champlin III on the West, number 65 down there. He's also a macaroni and cheese before the game guy, but he also eats apples with it.
Hey, that's great energy.
Yeah.
Nowlin looking down the near sideline, tries to go to number 9, and Jordan Westerholm just a little too far ahead of him, and really good coverage there from the cornerback in Nick Wenberg out of Hepner High School. He looked like he matched Westerholm there step for step. So good defense there, and that's going to bring up 4th and long for the West, and they are just going to defer to the faux punt or the fall punt, and so good stop there from the East. You get a chance here. You get a good stop. You had that last really solid offensive series. Let's see if they can, build some momentum here and try to gain the lead. The East hasn't led at all at this point, too.
No,
They've kept it
not.
close,
Yeah.
but they have not led once in this game.
Yep. No, they haven't. And we're going to see Primus come back out at quarterback for the East in the 3-man rotation that they've kind of had the entire game. The same thing, I think in the second half we're going to see more Nowlin than anybody for the West.
Yeah.
But I think the East is going to stick with the idea that they're just going to rotate series.
Yeah, absolutely. And, for the most part, it seems like as long as you've got Ariano there at your fullback blocking position and Reynolds or Williamson there in the backfield, they've gotten a good ground game established through that. A little bit of confusion there, and Reynolds is going to be held up initially by number 72, Elijah Pierce. And that is enough for a teammate to come in and help finish off the play there. And so,
yeah, the tackle for loss there goes to Pierce.
Absolutely.
I give him. That although he didn't finish it without that. But also you saw the little bit of miscommunication on the handoff.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Pierce to get in.
Which is to be expected at times in an all-star game like this. Like you've said, these guys have only had a week to practice together.
I'm going to say right now on this series, we're going to see Primus try to find Strong.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
Only one safety. Primus looking down the left.
He was looking at him the whole time there.
And it's going to be picked off. That is well covered once again by Evan Warner. He pulls in the interception. Primus.
That was telegraphed.
Yeah, that was too easy to read.
Yeah,
that was too easy to read. And Warner, once again, he has been locked down for the majority of the night at cornerback.
He has.
And so for the West, they get the ball back, maintain that slim 1-point lead, and the East just has not found a way to get in the driver's seat. They've been the bridesmaid, but they haven't been the bride yet.
You call my team the bridesmaid?
Until they get the lead. Yes, I am. And as you predicted, Nowlin staying in at quarterback. Handoff there, what looked like that was to Shorb. And he's going to be brought down, a tackle for loss there. Good read by this East defensive front, immediately getting the tackle for loss. Be a loss of about a yard. And the East has been rolling with the 3-man front through the majority of this evening as Nowlin drops back to pass, tries to get it over to Shorb again, but he's going to be hit on the throw. Great pressure there from this defensive front. Once again, the East only running 3 guys, but they have been creating a lot of pressure.
Yeah, well, I don't blame the East for only rushing 3. If you think about it, the West is primarily throwing, and they're keeping two safeties, and I don't blame them for that.
Yeah, 2 safeties over the top, 1 playing deep. Nowlin looking left is going to go toward his guy at number 21. That was Quentin Olson who brought that in. Are they going to rule it incomplete? So good attempt there by Nowlin. Olson almost had it, but a good defensive breakup there.
By David Logan.
That was David Logan, correct.
Yep,
that got the good pass breakup by him, just putting enough pressure on that back shoulder and dislodging the ball. And so that is going to become a turnover on downs here in this series for the West. Or a punt, excuse me.
A fall punt.
It gets past midfield, so we're good.
Yeah, it does. And the East is going to have the ball back. Who are we going to see at quarterback now?
Looks like it might be Rodriguez taking over under center.
It is. So the Ontario graduate from soon-to-be EOU football player Diego Rodriguez.
Hand off to Reynolds, and he's going to be stopped immediately. Making the initial contact there is Jacob Hadley, the linebacker. And now you're going to start to see that from the West. They're going to dial in, put a little bit more pressure in the box, and slow down this run game.
They have to. I mean, yeah.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. 21-20 lead for the West over the East. Take a quick commercial break and be right back here on EO Live TV.
I think oftentimes with mental health, people can feel like they are alone and they're the only ones struggling. And I would want them to know that they're not alone.
It takes one text or one phone call to save someone from a mental health crisis.
Talking about mental health means that you are brave, you are strong, and you're not alone.
So if you're ever feeling alone or afraid, know that there are people of the younger generation that would love to help you. The AgriStress helpline is free, confidential, 24/7, and available by phone or text.
Welcome back here to Baker Bulldog Stadium in what has been a breezy and cool night in Baker City, Oregon. It's a 21-20 lead for the West All-Stars over the East in the 2025 East-West Shrine Oregon All-Star Shrine game. Dodsey, this has been a fun one.
Yeah, it feels like early fall game.
Yes.
Not a late July game. You know what I mean?
No.
It feels like maybe like a mid-September game.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
With the weather.
You are not wrong there. And you know what? We're never going to complain about that.
No,
Great weather, good
not at
football.
all.
You got to love it. Ariano taking a rare handoff here. I believe only his second or third handoff of the game.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good play call.
Yeah, those have been some good sneak runs by him. He's picked up anywhere from 4 to 6 yards every run. This one sets up about 3rd and 6 for, check that, 3rd and 7 for the East. Rodriguez still in at quarterback under center. Power formation once again. Play action pass. Rodriguez steps up into the pocket. Looks right. Finds an open man. Picked off. There's 28.
Nobody.
He's got down to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, but he's going to be
he did
tackled.
Get tracked down. Wow.
Almost getting the touchdown there, but nonetheless, the West knocking on the door. Great interception there by Carson Rieger at Tillamook High School. He read that one. Good play from
nice
him.
Break on it. That's also a really good effort there by 45, I believe. Who was that? 61.
Yeah,
for the
number
East.
61.
Joel Sissel to stop him from getting the touchdown.
Yeah, and there's no guarantee that they're going to score here. So, yeah, great effort by him not giving up on the play, but nonetheless, the West back in deep East territory with a chance to try to extend a slim 1-point lead. Ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up. Maintained by the East. Short, able to fall on that one. Oh, that was a scary one there for sure. Just mishandled that, and
you got a whistle down there. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back.
There is no mystery. We are fathers, sons, and community leaders dedicated to giving men the tools to succeed. You know us. We are just like you. And just like you, we believe in brotherhood, family, and philanthropy. Discover us. Visit beashrinernow.com for more information.
EO Alive is your connection to Eastern Oregon. Tune in for a variety of engaging and relevant local content. See Brent and Dodsey goof and gab with local guests on EO Live's morning talk show, AM Live. Watch Dodsey on EO Live Sports to get the latest sports information and interviews with local coaches, athletes, and more. On EO Talks, we have intriguing and in-depth conversations with people from around Eastern Oregon. Stay in the know about what's happening at the Sheriff's Office on Keeping It Clear with Cody Bowen. Master Chef Russ Gleason shares delicacies from his golden recipe book on cooking across the hall. We're available across the board, including Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Fire, and of course, our very own website, EOA.tv. We even have our own Roku channel with 24/7 live streaming content. You can also listen to our shows on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and many other popular podcast apps. EO Alive, your connection to Eastern Oregon.
Welcome back to Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium in Baker City, Oregon. This game is partially brought to you by Valley Insurance in LeGrand. Valley Insurance has been providing peace of mind, one household at a time, to your neighbors for more than 55 years. They're your one stop for all of your insurance needs.
Nowlin back to pass, looks to his right, high fade, and going for an open man. That was number 21, Quentin Olson, but just a little too far in front of him.
Valley Insurance also has insurance for Medicare, auto, home and life, annuity, and businesses. Find them at valleyinsurance.com.
Yeah, big shout out to them once again being a sponsor for the East-West Shrine All-Star football game. Dante, it's always fun to see, the people that, put in the money to help make all of this possible.
Yeah, absolutely. From the businesses to the players to the families to everything.
And an amazing play there by the East as Nowlin, he was pressured on the throw. It was tipped up there, but nobody's able to bring it in for the interception. Good defensive play from the East, and now sets up fourth and goal at the 6.
And maybe that Sissel tackle saving touch, that saved the touchdown, might become a big factor right here.
Yeah, like we said, there's no guarantee that they were going to score, and so now for Nowlin and this offense, they got one play to try to extend a lead, or it's going to be a turnover on downs and a 1-point advantage. Play action, it's going to be a wraparound, easily read. Great tackle there by number 25, Rance Jordan. They read that from the immediate get-go.
Yeah, you got to block him if you're going to run that play. You can't just let him roam around free back there.
Credit to this East All-Star team and the coaching staff. They've been in tough situations where they've had a chance to get in the driver's seat. They can't connect, or they've had a turnover, but on defense, they have done everything possible to keep this a close game.
1-point game, Willie Mack. 10 and a half minutes left in the game.
And like you said, big shout out to number 61, Joel Sissel. He made that tackle on that interception to keep it from being an easy touchdown.
Yeah, that's a lineman going down there and making that play, too.
And he saves it from being anything. So now the East back on offense on their own 10-yard line. Pass to Strong is immediately picked off by the East. Reading that and making a play is number 5, Carter Condon out of Cascade High School. And Strong, you look at the replay here, and it's a good ball. It's just Condon dives in and pulls that away from Strong to get the ball back to the West.
We've seen the momentum change twice in literally 7 seconds.
Oh, my gosh. It has just been wild. And as you predicted, Nowlin more than likely going to finish this out at quarterback for the West. And it looks like we're going to have a quick timeout on the field, and that will lead us to a commercial break. We'll be back shortly after this.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries, we're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Welcome back here to Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. It's a 21-20 game. The West clinging to a slim lead Right now, we want to give a shout out to another sponsor, this one in Zachary Steele, Farmers Insurance. He is your Farmers Insurance agent in Dallas, Oregon. Zach, a great guy. Thank you for your support of the East-West Shrine All-Star football game.
The first down handoff will go to Clay Smith for the East, and he gets a couple, maybe. Did they get?
Check that for the West, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for the West, my bad.
No, you're good, but yeah, maybe a yard.
Have they always been West, always been green, or do they switch?
It has always been green. We just have always been confused.
East is green, green for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I remember my first year when we called this game together, I thought the East was in green. Quick pitch to the outside. That one going to number 32 in Clay Smith, and he has nowhere to go.
Right there.
And once again, the East, after losing the ball, quickly coming out on defense, setting the tone. Great open field tackle there. Who was that?
David Logan. David Logan, number 20 from South Umpqua.
Great play by him to set up a
he
third and
closed
long
really
now.
quick and yeah, that's a big play right there. Loss of 4.
100%. 9-10 and counting here to go in this final quarter of this 2025 All-Star football game. Nowlin looking down the field, tries to go to number 9 in Jordan Westerholm, but the ball is well out of reach there, and that's going to stop the clock at 9 minutes even.
While the clock stopped, I'm going to tell you about another one of the sponsors. Special thank you to Blue Mountain number 34, AF and AM, for their sponsorship of tonight's game. Without these sponsors, the money raised, it obviously, with the more sponsors there is, the more money goes to Shriners Children's Hospital in Portland, and all these people that we mentioned tonight have kicked in money. So big thank you to the Shriners Lodges and everybody.
Everyone, yes, 100%. And we've talked about it in years prior. I was a former Shriners patient, not in Portland, but through the Los Angeles branch. Nonetheless, they do great work. We mentioned it. The families don't pay for anything. They're treated so well. The care teams. It is just fantastic what they do from top to bottom at Shriners Hospital for Children. So thank you, Shriners, for all that you do, in your efforts for children across the country and the world.
What are we doing here on 4th down? Are we going for it? Yeah, they're going for it.
Yeah.
4th down.
Why not?
4th and 14.
9 minutes last, 9 minutes of football. Most of these guys are going to play, so might as well.
East needs a stop.
Nowlin rolling out to his right, looks back midfield, is going to throw one up into the end zone. Nobody around, really just gets rid of it. And so it's going to be a turnover on downs. For the West, your defense has made some pretty big plays. So you can kind of live with that. You're holding on to a slim lead, and the East has got to go pretty much darn near the length of the field to try
86 yards, right?
They gotta,
maybe even a little bit less than 86, but
they've, 70, 77, 70.
Oh, 80. It looks like it's on the 20. Is it?
No, it's going to be about the 23 is where they're looking. So, about 77 yards. You got to clear that field, that length of the field, and the West they've made some plays. So, it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. Both teams making some quick last-minute adjustments. Let's see who's at quarterback here now. Looks like that is going to be... Yes, that is correct. Houston Wittenberg taking back over under center. And that is a quick handoff there, bouncing to the outside. Good stiff arm, but is going to be tackled immediately. That is Chase Silbernagel. He's brought down. Good stiff arm, but just doesn't get much out of it.
Yeah, that was Shorb there on the tackle for the West that closed that space. And
good recovery really nice there.
It looked like he was going to have some room.
Yeah, no, and
Shorb kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, came in flying off screen to get that tackle. And gain of about 40 yards, so bring up 2nd and 6 here, 8-13 and counting. Wittenberg looking down the field, pass down the middle. Looked like he was going to Reynolds there, but just a little bit of mistiming on the communication for that one.
Yeah, just overthrew him.
Just a bit.
So, you still have enough time if you're the East to run the ball here.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-running the ball, and we'll see, though. Now it's 3rd down. I mean, do you go to pass or?
3rd and 6. I mean,
running's what's worked.
It has, but the defense has dialed in on it a bit more for this West front. Right now showing what looks to be only 1 safety and crowding about close to 7 guys, maybe 6. Yeah, 6 guys in the box, and that safety is not far back. Wittenberg not even showing the run. Quick screen there is going to get it over to Jordan. Jordan able to get by 1 guy, but not before being brought down by, looks like that was number 55, Tanner Fairfield out of Cascade High School.
Oh, what do you do here, Willie Mack? I think you have to fop punt, don't you?
Is this deep in your own territory?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you've still got plenty of time. It's not like your defense hasn't given you quality stops.
Yeah, they're gonna fall punt for sure.
Good move by Dalton Sheets and his coaching staff here, getting that fall punt. So
I am not anti that at all.
Not even remotely.
East is going to elect a punt.
We're going to take this time once again to thank our game sponsor in the Oregon Freemasons. Once again, thank you for your sponsorship of the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. What you've done in helping these athletes and the patience for Shriners just raising all this money has been nothing short of awesome. So thank you once again.
It's been a great week, man. Like I said, the love that the players showed to the captains and the queens, and just, you know, getting to hang out with the cheerleaders, getting to know them a little bit last night, and the players on Monday and Tuesday, and just it's always so fun.
Yeah. For 4 quarters of football, it's really a week of great pageantry and connection. You gotta love it. Now back in at quarterback, low pass there intended for Olsen. And that one's going to just...
One of the places that help out, too, that's not on our list is Buffalo Peak Golf Course. They donate golf carts to the teams at Eastern Oregon University while they're there for the week for the managers, the game managers, to bring water and gear and,
That's
awesome. Move stuff around. So shout out to Buffalo Peak.
Yeah, and it's not like it's cool. It's very warm, so being able to use those is helpful in the most. As that catch is made there, that's by Stevens. He's able to avoid 1 tackle, but it's going to be dropped quickly. Picks up about maybe 6 here, so it's going to set up a pretty decent 3rd down situation.
3rd and 3. East is going to need a stop.
7:05 and counting until the end of this game. 3 receivers top side of the field. Now and flushed out of the pocket. Goes to his right. Throws and is hit on the throw. But the catch is not going to be made. Stevens, the intended receiver, getting that rush there. Yeah.
Here you go for it.
Yes.
There's no question. I mean, you're almost at midfield. I mean, essentially, a turnover on downs here is not as, detrimental as a turnover and downs at the 20.
Yeah, deep in your own territory, and the West isn't even going to look to go for it.
They aren't? They're not going to go for this?
No, it doesn't look like. I think they're sending the punt unit out. Yeah, I mean.
See, I'm going for it here.
Yeah, but at the same time, the last 2 times that the East has been in their own territory, they have not been able to do anything. So
you are correct.
Yeah, I think for this West team and head coach Sean McNabb, I think he's going to put a lot of faith into his defense. And right now we're going to take a chance and to thank another sponsor for the Shrine game. That is going to be Bowman Trucking in LeGrand. We want to thank you for your support in the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Game. And again, to all of our sponsors, thank you so much for your contributions and what you've done here for Shriners Hospital for children in Portland.
Yeah, and all of the Shriners, man. The work they put into this is I mean, a lot of these guys are working tirelessly to make this game happen.
Yeah. East taking over at their own 20. Handoff goes to Reynolds. Reynolds, short gain there as he pushed his way to the far side of the field. So clock at 6:34 and counting.
Got about a yard there on the first down play.
Short gain for sure.
Yeah. They need bigger chunks than that.
Yeah. They're going to, they got about, looks like he actually may have been tagged for, only a short gain. So they still got 79 yards to go. Primus is rolled out of the pocket. He's flushed out and has to throw while he's hit.
That's a good play, though, by Primus.
Yeah.
I mean, get rid of it.
Stops the clock.
Doesn't take the sack that way. Stops the clock. It's going to bring up a long third down, though, for the East here.
Yeah, and making that initial pressure there, that was number 6 in Daniel McNeil, along with the help of number 45, Dominic DeFrancisco. DeFrancisco out of Estacada High School, him and McNeil coming in there and forcing that bad throw. But again, I say it's a bad throw, but like you mentioned, it's a good throw in terms of stopping the clock and not giving up the sack. So,
can you imagine how tired these kids are right now? They're not in football shape. They've only been practicing for a week. So, I mean, guys like Primus and that have played the whole game. I mean, well, Primus hasn't played the whole game, but enough. They're tired at this point in time.
Primus looking for his intended man there in Jay Silbernagel, and he's not able to pull that in. Good coverage. Now brings up 4th and 9.
Oh, it's decision time for head coach Dalton Sheets.
Yeah.
I think you got to punt here.
Yeah, I don't think – you're not wrong there, immediately going right into the foul punt. So that is what we're going to see there. As we get ready to see this West offense once again on the field, we want to just take this moment to thank our title sponsor once more, as they've been a huge, huge effort in making sure the game stays here in Baker City each year, and that is the Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee. They have worked tirelessly year over year. This game's been in Baker City for over 50 years.
Yep.
So shout out to Baker County Transient Lodging Tax Committee for once again being the title sponsor for this game.
Here we go. East definitely needs a stop here. They can't afford to let the West chew up the clock, which has to be their intentions.
Rhodes getting the handoff there. Good juke to get to the left, and is going to be brought down. Tackle made there by Williamson on the East, but not before Rhodes picks up about 6 or 7. And yeah, that's what you don't want to see if you're a fan of the East. Is
no, you can't give up chunks of yards like that, 5 yards at a time. The game will come to an end quicker than you want if that's the case.
5:30 and counting until the end of this game. Nowlin motioning a man to the far side of the field. Handoff once again to Rhodes. Rhodes able to fight his way through. Is going to have possibly enough for the first down. Let's see where they mark him. He might be a yard short. Let's see. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. So a good stop there.
Big third down here.
Yeah. And able to hold him up. That was number 33 in Williamson and 31 in Wyatt Bam Bam Bigelow. They're the guys there to hold him up to keep it at a 3rd and short here. So
4:52 left here in the game.
Blink of an eye and almost 2 minutes has already gone by.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hand off to Rhodes once again. He's got nothing but daylight for an easy first down and then some before
Sean
getting tripped
McNabb's
up.
going to try to run this clock out, and I don't blame him.
No, that's if you're in a position where you know your offense can hold up and just move the chains.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, both teams are tired. They're not in full football shape.
No.
They're running on adrenaline, and those levels of adrenaline are probably a little depleted this late into the game.
Yep. It's going to be a heavy dose of ground and pound right now.
Oh, yes. Rhodes with the chance to play hero, gets the ball, cuts back to his right. Is going to be held up initially there by number 22 for the East, and Ethan Lampier, before a handful of teammates come in to help bring down Rhodes. A short gain of about maybe 2.
Yeah, that defensive front for the East is sucking air right now.
Yeah, they are trying to find whatever ounce of energy they
reach
have
down and get it.
Under 4 minutes to play now here until the end of this game. Play action pass from Nowlin, finds an open man there in Westerholm. Westerholm able to get by the initial defender.
That was Stevens on the far side. Was it? Was that
No,
9
that
or 8?
was that is Westerholm. Yeah, that was
okay.
definitely Westerholm who pulled in that catch. And so, but it's not enough for the first down. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 1. Check that, 3rd and 1.
Another 3rd and 1. This is a big play for the East.
Looks like Shorb's back in at running back here next to Nowlin. Ooh, good chance.
Yeah, they were trying to get him to jump off sides again. The East did that in the first half, if you remember.
Good discipline there. Shorb cuts back to his left. He's going to get enough for the first down, and that is actually Jacob Hadley, getting the ball there and getting the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the West.
Yeah, 3:05. Once the chains get reset, that clock continues to run.
Sheets has to be thinking he's got to use his timeouts any time now.
I think he's burned 1 already. He may only have 2 left.
I think you're right. Clock's ticking.
And we're going to have a flag down on the play. Multiple flags. And
that's got to be a false start.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll see what the head referee, the white hat, has to say right here. He calls it a snap infraction. Yeah, that's like
it's probably trademarked at this point. Yeah, probably trademarked.
Snap infraction.
And also, once again, big shout out to our officiating staff for tonight's game out of the Blue Mountain Officials Association.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
they
top to bottom.
For this.
Yeah, this is not a paid gig for these guys. It's a chance for them to shake off their cobwebs. So big shout out to our head referee Larry Staub and company for all their work tonight in this All-Star game.
Absolutely. Wow, that's a surprising throw right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it is 1st and 15, but I mean, 2:30 left in the game.
Yeah.
And you're throwing, McNabb?
Trying to pad Westerholm's stats there. Good catch by him. He had open field and just was able to make that grab and sets up now a 2nd and 8 situation here. Just over 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go.
It's been a good game, Willie Mack. Really
Yeah.
good game. I mean, 21-20, we couldn't have asked for a better game.
Yeah, and there for a second it looked like the West was going to pull away there early on, but credit the East. They've been fighting this whole time as Hadley takes the handoff, and he's going to run into a pair of East defenders.
Not going to get much there either.
No. A little bit of extracurriculars there at the end of the play in the trenches, but
does the East have timeouts? We don't have the timeouts on the board, so we
No.
can't tell. But are they out of timeouts?
They might be. It's interesting enough that, it's 3rd and 7 right here. I'm surprised Coach Sheets hasn't
Yeah, if they
used
had
one.
timeouts, that would be the time to have used it, right?
Yeah.
1:26 and counting.
Allen back to pass. Quick throw there. Tries to go to number 3 in Tanner Starbuck. And he's not able to bring that one in. And that
We got another down.
brings up
I don't
4th
know
and
if
7.
I throw right there, though. But
Stops the clock, too. That's the interesting part. Why not?
yeah, if the East is out of timeouts, which I'm assuming, why not put it on the ground right there?
And it looks like there is going to be a timeout on the field, so we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back here in Baker City, Oregon.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions, home to possibility, and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Back here in Baker City, Oregon. 1 minute, 18 seconds left here to go in the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football game. And timeout was on the field, assuming it came from the East. And it's 4th and 7 here. I mean, the West is going to obviously try to go for it.
The West must have taken that timeout. I think the West took the timeout.
Possibly. I mean, we've still got We've still got a little bit of time, just a finite
It's
amount of
fourth
time.
down. It only makes sense that the West took that timeout in my head. McNabb's probably got some little trick up his sleeve that he's going to try here.
Yeah.
The East has to make a stop.
Yeah.
Or the game's over.
And if you're the West, if you're going to run it, you have to get the first, because if it's a turnover on downs, the clock's going to stop immediately.
Absolutely.
So
they're not running this ball.
Nowlin drops back to pass, looks down the middle, has a receiver, and it's going to be broken up. Starbucks, the intended man there, it looks like, and it's no good. And so, for the East, they take over, ball on their own 20, 80 yards to go, minute 13 left to play.
Tonight. the back judge signaled touchdown because he couldn't see that the ball was dropped.
Yeah.
And then he quickly went to incomplete.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that. The ball was in front of the receiver, and he thought the receiver caught it, but it was definitely on the ground. And who do we have out at quarterback? Looks like it's going to be
Wittenberg going to finish this one out.
Yeah, let's go. East, you got one chance here.
Handoff to Ariano, who's going to push his way up the middle for a good gain of about 7 or 8.
Good run there by Ariano.
And now what I like to call NASCAR. This is going to be a hurry up tempo.
Here we go.
Quick throw to the outside to Reynolds, juggles it a bit, and then he's going to run his
get
way out of bounds.
Yep.
Good high IQ play there by Wittenberg. Just gets it to Reynolds and immediately stops the clock.
The linemen are gassed, Willie Mack.
Yeah.
I mean, I see them all just leaning over, 12-minute quarters, just, yeah.
Battle of attrition for sure.
Once again, big thank you to the crew tonight from EO Alive, man. Everybody that shows up, we hire like 12 or 13 extra people, and all the guys that show up just do a great job.
Yeah, top to bottom. Another fun year of calling this game as Wittenberg pump fake, looks over, and it's going to be intercepted there by number 23, Max Walker, and that is going to put the nail in the coffin.
That's the
for
deal
this game.
sealer.
And that is it. I hate to say it, but if you had to look at everything the East has done, as you see on the replay, Wittenberg just not seeing the defender there.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, but that's kind of been what it was for the East. It looks like they're going to try to make something happen, and then the West makes a good stop on the defensive side of the ball. So tough one there for Wittenberg and this East offense, as the West more than likely just going to line up into what should be a victory formation.
Yeah, they're in the shotgun. Maybe they're going to kneel down in the shotgun. Yeah,
and they will. So that is going to run the clock out there in what has been a fun game all around. The West takes it by a final score of 21-20, and they now lead the series 3-2 in the broadcasting years of EO Alive TV. Dodsey.
Yeah,
great game.
They broke the trend.
Yeah,
I mean it had gone back and forth for the first 4 years, and this will be West winning for the second year in a row.
Yeah, and another one-score game essentially.
It is. 1-point game.
Yeah, 1-point game, and that was a lot of fun. We'll wrap things up here really quick. Dodsey, if you got to pick a player of the game for the East and for the West, I mean, who are your go-tos on what is an exciting night of football?
I
my
mean,
gosh.
I think the East has to be Reynolds in my eyes.
Yeah.
Reynolds was the go-to guy for me. I know that's the easy one, of course.
Yeah.
But, how do you not give it to him?
Yeah, no, he had a great game in that play right there at the end where he got out of bounds to try to preserve some clock time. Just good play from him. And we look over, who do you have for the West as your go-to player of the game?
I feel like there was a few guys on the West, but let me see here. I'm going to look back through here.
Yeah, the West had a lot
There
of
was
guys.
a lot of guys that had great plays, like game-changing plays. Okay, you can pick somebody else, but I'll give it to I'll go ahead and give it to McNeil.
Okay.
McNeil made a couple big plays early on that were like momentum changing in the backfield. He was in the backfield a lot. So, yeah.
I always loved seeing defensive plays because I was a cornerback in high school. My pick for the West, I got to go with Evan Warner. He was really good in the secondary, had a lot of great stops. broke up some good passes, and had a key interception there late in that fourth quarter. He was fantastic. And on the East, you know, you went with Reynolds, and so a guy that I'd like to point out, he was really a quiet workhorse for this group, but did a really good job, in my opinion, is going to have to be number 24, Jesus Arellano, out of Stanfield.
Yeah, the fullback, no doubt. Yeah, he worked his butt off. He blocked. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that's a great call.
Yeah, he had some great blocks, and a couple times he got the ball, he made the most of it. So, I mean, absolutely fun game. And though for those of you watching at home, we want to thank you for tuning in. To all of the athletes and your families that donated and raised money for the Shriners in Portland, thank you so much. To our cheerleaders, to the broadcast crew, I mean, thank you to everybody.
Shriners Hospital in Portland.
Yeah.
Everybody involved. Yeah.
All of our sponsors. This was an absolute fun game in the 2025 East-West Shrine All-Star Football Game. The West wins it 21-20. For all of us here at EO Alive TV, want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next year for the 2026 rendition of this All-Star Football Game. Until then, have a great night, have a great weekend, and enjoy the last bit of your summer.